Boy, 1:40 a.m. The perfect time to stream. I don't gotta wake up early or nothing. I do. It is what it is, though. I want to do the watch together. I want to watch these battles. I've been waiting all day for this. We couldn't do this yesterday because all the battles aren't up on Saturdays anymore. There's Saturday and Sunday. So it's like, okay, I'll wait for Sunday. And I got busy. So yeah, here we are. What up, Lantern? Gonna watch the 4 games. Have a good night. Let me put this chat there. Early stream. You already know, Grape Juice. You already know. Let me just do a few things. One, I gotta do this. Make this. It's a little late. We might actually end up going. Jeez. How are you at this half reasonable stream time? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. It is half reasonable, isn't it? Hello, doctor. I've been a bad boy. Please don't make me read. Yeah, so bad I had to hear it twice. Don't make me read like that ever again. Thank you for the $5. I will give it back to you. Why are you coming in here and saying that so early? Watch together. It is 1:41 a.m. Nice and early. I think last time I got live with the watch together at, I don't know. I'm here, so I'm saying I copped 2 new pairs of jeans. I'm giddy. Well, I'm happy for you, fam. I hope there's some nice jeans. What up, McCree? How you doing, buddy? We're gonna watch the Wolfie video. Pretty sure he has a little intro this time, which is nice. I know some people can't watch this videos at 1.5. I'm gonna try 1.25. I don't think it's that fast, honestly, at all. But I understand if you're not like a native English speaker, it might be a little bit more difficult to follow. Can't believe. Clash enough. This is better content. Yo, go pay attention in class, man. If you paying for it, just go do it. Anyway, what up, Resh? Hey, Notorious. Let me listen to this Wolfie video. Let's jump into this right now because it's a little late. Okay, so for some reason, that's not coming out of my desktop audio, so that's nice. Hold up. I didn't get to, I got to hear the real YouTubers, but you didn't get to hear it, which is funny. Audio, desktop, headphones. Why is that not coming out? How you doing, Van? Why is that not headphones? Okay, open volume mixer. We'll make a new competitive ladder with the new system. They said they're going to have a ladder. Headphones. Where are my headphones? There we go. Let's listen to this back.
I've been using it for a little bit, but this is the first.
Hey, no, they got to hear the
real YouTube is got a new microphone. I've been using it for a little bit, but this is the first debut publicly because my videos take a long time to make. Okay, hello everybody. This is gonna come as a surprise, but I got a new microphone. Hello.
Hey.
It's now no longer in my face. Behold, my ability to control my arms. It has improved massively.
That's amazing.
This is week 2 of the right Wolfie Draft League, and I'm going up against James Beck, and we are scheduled to play in 15 minutes. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of the team that I'm using.
What up, Geldon? Real quick, by the way, playlist down below in the description. If you want to watch everybody's video, check them out. All right, playlist in the description. We also made some team changes. There's also fan doc in the description. I'll be updating that tomorrow with the wins and losses from this week, and then after this video drops, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday on the team changes for everybody, I'll upload that either Tuesday or Wednesday. Then I'll update the fan doc as well with the team changes. But it's gonna be a good time. Make sure you sub to everybody. What up, Harry? How you doing? Sav?
Here, as well as if I have any extra time, talk about nothing. I'll start by talking about nothing because I think that's more important. Does anyone know why does anyone know why this won't charge? Behold, the buttons do nothing. Like, there's no light or anything. You see, like it's super dead. But the thing is, as you can also see, it's plugged into my Switch.
This guy Wolfie doesn't know anything with technology. I want to let y'all know that.
By saying that I haven't tried to fix this problem myself. But if you know how to,
I haven't tried to fix this problem myself. I'm just giving it to you guys as I start this video. That's my guy, the delegator. It's Wolfie the delegator. That's the world champ diff.
Fix it, please let me know because I haven't tried, and it will save me some time.
Bro probably hasn't even tried unplugging it and plugging it back in.
When I'm recording this, so Nope, 3 weeks from when I'm recording this. So hopefully I figured it out by then. But let's be honest, I think we both know probably not. Also,
I
am I
agree.
looking at the camera right now? I don't know, because I recently got like a teleprompter basically that goes over my camera to try and save my editor some time editing. They were taking a lot of time to edit out the microphone from shots, so I removed the microphone. Now,
Oh.
if I'm reading a script, I should be able to get another teleprompter if I figure it out. But the teleprompter
Oh,
means I don't know
that's
if I'm looking at the camera.
upgrading,
I think
man.
I'm looking directly at you, the viewer.
What up, Blue?
Stop it. I saw that, Terrence. Okay. Anyway,
Terrence is crazy. We got any Terrence in chat?
You probably don't, but I probably should talk about it to save you some context. So, we're playing versus James. Let me actually do a little bit of just, a little bit of my, just do a little bit of this. You know what I'm saying?
Any Terrances in chat?
Nothing here is not allowed. Cool. Okay, so we're playing.
I like that he said that Bonus Wolf would literally just be old content. It's like, I don't like when he stares at my soul. Devin, appreciate you, fam. Much love. Tang Terry stands for Terrence? That's you? Yo, he talking to you, fam. Yeah, this is 1.25 times speed, so it's not that loud. It's good to see you, Tay. I don't like when he says, I'm saying, Faye. It's tough for me too, fam, because my thing is right up there, right? And I'm like, I usually look right here, look right there, or I look to the side to see, like, what people are saying, depending. Nah, thank God it doesn't stand for Terrence. Whoa. There's nothing wrong with Terrence, I mean, there's not that much wrong with Terrence, It's like, it's okay. This is a nostalgic type of video. That's what we've been doing. By the way, chat, we learned, guys, I want to let y'all know, we learned the new tech for YouTube. Look at this. PokeaimMD and the Uzi Gunner. PokeaimMD and Nekkra. PokeaimMD and Bonus Wolf. We have learned everything today. It is beautiful. I love this new collab thing. It's so cool. Anyway.
Playing versus James in week 2. Here is his team. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh,
Big
man.
game changer.
It's controlling both.
Tomorrow at 10 p.m. as well, we'll be playing
James' team, he
Cobblemon.
has Annihilate. This is one of the biggest threats. This is probably the biggest threat that he has. He has Annihilate. I can't
Nice.
figure out how to zoom in properly.
Well, you can see my team changes that will be coming out with this week. He's using the old doc still, luckily. I thought he leaked this again, by the way. I was like, come on, bro. You're going to leak this doc every week? I keep making a new one.
Whatever, does this work? I don't know.
It's an old one, though.
He
made this like weeks
very
ago.
Scary. The problem with Annihilate is that it can be beat up Rage Fist, but it also doesn't have to be. Its move pool is just like very, very diverse. Like if you look at the moves that it learns, like it gets Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, all the ghost.
With a collab feature, is it monetized for all of you? No. It's for the main person's video, but what it does is it so if Nekkra uploads versus me, people might not see it because they might not be subbed to Nekkra, but they're subbed to me unless they go from my channel and do it. But if Nekkra uploads and we have the collab, you'll actually see the stuff in recommended, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. Oh, bro, that's why I can't access it. Yes, this is... Oh, Faye, you don't have the new one? I didn't realize you didn't have the new one. But yeah, it's really, really cool because it basically means that you can... you support everybody. And I think it's a game changer for draft too, specifically because a lot of the drafts I'm in, I'm usually one of the biggest creators. And so being able to get, the smaller creators, which in this case, I'm actually... not the biggest creator. Being able to give the smaller creators or people more access to them, especially when a lot of people make great content, I think is so sick. So it's a real big game changer, and I'm excited. I'll be doing that a lot moving forward. Plus, like, imagine I have a video where like 40 people, and it's just like collab.
Ghost and fighting moves.
Yep. If you're subbed to one creator, not the other, it'll show up in your sub box. Exactly. There's a lot of stuff.
As well as a bunch of other random moves like Seed Bomb.
So technically, you are a bigger creator than Bonus Wolf. That's true, but Shady Penguin still beats me.
Poison Jab and Gunk Shot, Stomping and Tantrum, Rock Slide, like, has supporting moves, has Taunt, has, like, Stealth Rock, like, a bunch of weird things can do, Helping Hand, Earthquake, Stone Edge.
They had it
Why
in testing, and now we got
I don't know, Outrage, like, none of these moves are necessarily good versus me, but
Noobish,
it's really hard
thank you,
Pokemon
fam.
to predict.
Let's go.
So, yeah, anyway, and Annihilate was pretty scary. Alola Ninetales and Kilowattrel are quite fast. Kilowattrel
Tomorrow.
especially is annoying because it's
Tomorrow,
faster than my whole
Noobish.
team.
Appreciate you with the 17. Yeah, Ball Joey Draft League content goes up tomorrow. I was waiting on thumbnails from Skarzig. We finally have one, so I know I have like 3 weeks I have to upload worth of it, so we'll get that up. What up, Samuel? This is what happens, by the way. We're not at 1.5 or 2 times. We're going to pause it because we need to talk about things. He's 17 months, Noobish. Uzi, 17 months. Could you please promote this up-and-coming channel, Blunder, formerly Thunder Blunder 777. 17 months subbed.
Minus Speedroost Spathra. It's like a 2 points faster or 3 points faster than Noivern, which is really annoying. He also has Crocodile, which is his main beat-up user. And
James's team is probably the best in the draft, to be honest.
Outside of Icicle, Spear, Alola Ninetales, so gotta watch out for that. Crocodile isn't like the biggest threat individually.
I save it for Road, basically.
Scary. Cinderace, good, fast
early
attacker,
generation.
normally a physical attacker, gets Libero, which lets it change its type, basically a reskin of Protean, unless I'm missing a mechanic. Blastoise is annoying because it can be a shell smash sweeper, or it can be a fake out supporting Pokemon with like a Salt Vest, or it can have Yawn.
You think Aaron's?
Really annoying. Hydropple just...
I really like James's team. Aaron's team's so annoying too. Let's go, Multi. This team is not very nice to prep against. Oh, I think Aaron's team is the most disgusting team to prep against. I agree with that completely. I just think James's team is really good.
A great pick for 9 points. Really tanky, really annoying typing. Great, good move pool, good stats. Furt is a redirector for 4 points. It gets Follow Me and Helping Hand.
I love Furt.
Use it. Duosion actually has the same special attack stat as Reuniclus, so it's actually a pretty strong Trick Room setter and attacker for 1 point. And then last but not least, Revavroom, who actually gives my team some trouble. Revavroom's steel and poison typing is actually pretty hard for me to hit, and he brought Revavroom in his week 1 match, and so he's like definitely not shying away from you.
I'm really excited about, like, speaking about Aaron more. I mean, Wolfie has really good spread damage on his team, so he's probably not as worried about it. But you think you said specific things that counter it and it's more predictable. I think the hardest thing into Aaron's team is you don't know what he's going into the game with. He could go Murkrow Golden Go for Tailwind. He could lead Galarian Weezing Slacking. He could have Solo Dozo or Dozo Tatsu. It could be also, so it's kind of tough. So prepping against, it's not just the prepping against Aaron's team. Because I think you can prep for every single one of these individually. It's more so figuring out which one you're bringing game 1 and 2 and which one he's bringing game 1 and 2. I've been farming a lot of Calmo, so I can't make it tomorrow because it's my last day of work. You got to do what you got to do, bro. Yeah, he can be Scarf, Toadscope plus Weezing. Exactly. There's a lot that he could actually end up being. Like, there's literally a lot he could actually end up being.
Using it. So the Pokemon I expect are Annihilate, Alola Ninetales, Kilowattrel, Crocodile, Revavroom, and then probably Blastoise, but it could be Cinderace as well. I don't expect Hydropple, Furt, or Duosion. These are all like good Pokemon though, so they could come. Duosion, especially the wild card,
Appreciate you, buddy.
That much about. Anyway, my plan for this game is to try and get control of the speed of the battle. Noivern is my best way of doing that. With Focus Sash, I don't need to be as afraid of Alola Ninetales, though. I probably should watch out for like Icicle Spear plus Tailwind, like a Kilowattrel Ninetales lead. His most obvious leads, in my opinion, are Kilowattrel Ninetales and Annihilate plus Crocodile. Those are kind of like the straightforward ones.
I think this is a great lead, just into him in general. You're almost guaranteed. You're basically guaranteed almost a Tailwind. And then, like, unless it's like a Scarfmon next to like Ice Shard Ninetales or something like that, like Scarf Weatherball Kilowattrel next to Ice Shard Ninetales or something. I think it gets Ice Shard. But I like this. I'll definitely know the new, which I'm sure it'll be Regigigas. I like this a lot. We did talk about like these Pokemon coming as well for Wolfie and the pick'ems this week. We talked about Espathra plus Primarina. I'm very excited. I kind of hope we see Skill Swap plus Primarina. I'm so excited. Scarf Icicle Spear as well could do it too. Terra Normal is really cool for Rage Fist and Final Game.
Draft, anything can happen. So I would say that this Noivern is like relatively straightforward. It's got like Protect, Tailwind, Draco Meteor, and Air Slash. It's 2 stab moves, Tailwind, and Protect. EVs are pretty straightforward. I don't intend to Terra it, so I figured I'd run Terra Normal just to make him think twice about using Rage Fist into it. Terra Dark might have been better, but I thought, yeah, maybe Normal can like G something here and there. The intended lead with Noivern is Mamoswine. So Mamoswine is, I think, one of the first more interesting Pokemon on the team. I have Oblivious because Crocodile has Intimidate, and Chopoberry.
Skill Swap to give Primarina speed boost.
The problem is that I will go down to a close combat from Annihilate, and even though I think it's somewhat unlikely that he'd break close combat Annihilate, I didn't want to just like lose if he did. And so I figured, yeah, like there also wasn't like a clear better item for Mamoswine on this team specifically. So, yeah, so basically I decided to run Mamoswine here with Chopoberry. I'm not running Icicle Crash because if you look at James's team, the main Pokemon at Icicle Crash are Crocodile, Kilowattrel, and Hydropple. Kilowattrel is probably holding the Focus Sash, so I don't feel like I need Crash for it. Hydropple and Crocodile would be nice to hit them, but I felt like Heavy Slam was more important because you want to be able to one-shot a little Ninetales, who otherwise can cause some trouble for Noivern and for Mamoswine because they don't have Thick Fat.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like other abilities like Thick Fat plus Clear Amulet, but yeah, in the end I decided I didn't want to just lose to Close Combat Annihilate, so
makes sense.
Chopoberry it is. There's not much point in being fast here. Like basically I'm gonna outspeed things in Tailwind and I'm not gonna outspeed them otherwise. Like I can't keep up with like basically any of these Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I'm already
James so fast
than, like, these Pokemon. So the ones I'd be training to outspeed would be some Revavroom if he's not max speed and like.
Thank you, Callister. Appreciate you.
Pretty fast. So actually I don't think that really is relevant. It's basically just Blastoise, and so I figured better to invest in bulk. This means that I will probably survive a Giga Drain from the Hydropple, and just as like generally like a nice spread of stats. Go
for a nice 45% Ice Shard.
This is also a more standard set. We're getting to the weird stuff. Okay. This is a pretty fast Primarina. It's actually level 50, so let's change that so you don't get confused. 100 speed allows it to outspeed Kilowattrel and Tailwind, which is his fastest Pokemon that's not Choice Scarfed. Liquid Voice allows it to have good stab moves, Life Orb. Like, Primarina is basically my best sweeper in the matchup, because Fairy typing hits everything on the team except for Revavroom, and Water typing hits Wet Revavroom for neutral, and Crocodile and Cinderace for super effective damage.
Prim goes stupid.
I think Primarina, if I can get into position, will be really good, but he's probably going to build his team around stopping Primarina from getting into position.
Look at this offensive Prim. It looks so good.
Not only does it resist, like...
Prim looks just so nasty here, man.
Freeze Dry, but it also resists any weird, like, poison moves from Revavroom or, like, grass moves from Hydropple. And so, yeah, I felt like Steel was a pretty good...
What up, Swole? Do your thing, buddy.
Also, like, if the Annihilate has Gunk Shot or whatever, that's also helpful. So,
yeah, his is just a lot of strong spread.
Now we're getting into the weird stuff. In the back of Game 1, I intend to have Espathra. So, Game 1, I intend to do Noivern, Mamoswine, Primarina, and then Espathra in the back. as you can see, this Espathra is rather unorthodox. Actually, it's very unorthodox. So instead of being speed boost, this is the wrong level. Instead of being speed boost, I'm instead frisk, and instead of being I don't know, anything that you might think would make
okay,
sense.
Trick Room is cool. I think
speed.
Trick Room is really cool too. The frisk gives away most likely that's Trick Room, but like I think this is a really cool option for Primarina because you won't always expect this. And Lumina Crash into Primarina is really nice. You're slower than Primarina, so you actually end up getting. He's about to explain all this, but obviously I can tell you're slower than Primarina, so you get the Lumina Crash Spit Up Drop into your spread move. You also get Helping Hand on it, which I think is sick.
Mentor. And the idea here is that I want like I want to set Trick Room up in this matchup because it's actually pretty good against James' fast team. But the thing is that Trevenant is weak to Annihilate, Alolan Ninetales, Kilowattrel, Crocodile, Cinderace. Like all of 5 of these Pokemon it's weak to, and like Blastoise can run water moves, and it's not good into Revivroom either. So I was like, well, I don't want to bring Trevenant.
No, just listen to what he's saying. It's so you can see items. He said specifically. He's also running Trick Room on it, so he would not want Speed Boost.
Here, speaking of Pokemon I'm not bringing, if you're wondering why no Arcanine,
He said Frisk is weird. Obviously, it kind of gives away, but he doesn't want the speed boost, and he can Frisk basically see the whole team, half the team basically turn 1, and it gives him Trick Room, which I think is really nice. I see you jumping to conclusions every VGC. Snom does that in draft too, which is kind of funny to be honest. What up, Bruno?
Annihilate has Defiant and Kilowattrel has Competitive, and so I didn't think that I could bring Intimidate here very easily, and like I thought about no Intimidate on the Arcanine, but it's basically just playing down an ability then. I thought it was some other sets too, but they just didn't seem good. So yeah, anyway, Espathra. So the idea here is that Espathra can help set Primarina up inside Trick Room, and
well, you see with negative speed and 0 speed, most of James's Mons are faster, so Relax Nature actually gets under it.
Espathra, part of the reason Primarina is 100 base speed rather than a little bit slower, because it still could be slightly slower and outspeed Kilowattrel, but the thing is that inside Trick Room, I want to be able to Lumina Crash first, and then attack with Primarina, and I think that's quite a threatening duo. So there's nothing explicitly on James's team that's going to have Taunt, but I figured like Annihilate could have it and Crocodile could have it, and I didn't want this like whole arm of the strategy to get shut down if he had Taunt, and so yeah, it's easy to be extremely defensive. This survives a knockoff from Crocodile as well as like a Phantom Force from Annihilate in case he's like Power Herb Phantom Force, I don't know. My one concern is that by running Frisk, I immediately communicate that I'm not running Speed Boost when I could run Opportunist, which would hide the information, but I figured like the value for me from Frisk is pretty high, and since this is still early in the season, he might not expect Trick Room even if he does see Frisk, so like it wasn't like necessarily like the most tricky play I could do, but I basically thought that the information of me getting 2 of his items was worth him getting access to my ability. He also would find out my ability after 1 turn anyway if I don't get a Speed Boost, because Opportunist is the only other option, so I felt like it was worth it.
No, it makes sense.
Then we have Hariyama. This Hariyama is the first time I brought it. I didn't bring it to week 1. Same with Mamoswine, so this is a new addition.
Boy was bringing level 60 Hariyama. That's the world champ diff right there.
Be like a more dedicated Trick Room sweeper, and it pairs well with Espathra.
10 levels.
Because you can go Fake Out plus Trick Room in the lead. So my modes here
he said
are
get
Noivern,
on his level.
Primarina, Espathra for like Tailwind front, Trick Room back. Espathra, Hariyama, Primarina, Noivern, or Mamoswine Noivern if I want it, for like Trick Room front, Tailwind back. Third mode we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, Hariyama Fake Out helps it up Trick Room. Close combat, most damaging move. I wanted Headlong Rush, and my Espathra has Helping Hand, because Helping Hand, Terra Ground, Headlong Rush, super kills Annihilate, and Annihilate is a big problem for my team. And I felt like if he's going to run a defensive Terra, there was a good chance it wasn't one that... there's a good chance that it wasn't one that resists ground, because both Bug and Grass remain weak to flying, and I do have Noivern on the team, and I have Mamoswine, like so, and Arcanine, so I figured like, yeah, Grass and Bug aren't the most likely, especially because Grass I think is mostly for Venonat, which you can run Goggles or Taunt to get around.
Hariyama
so
has really high HP, so it's better usually to invest
but it just seems kind of bad to me.
In its stats.
I guess flying is okay. He could be flying.
That are not as high, like Spadef and defense.
So Headlong Rush is here to get the Annihilate ideally, and also I don't think he's going to expect it.
It does
hopefully.
get Snarl.
Close combat for damage, Fake Out for priority, and then Bullet Punch. And I know what you're thinking, like, okay, like Bullet Punch, maybe it's here for Alolan Ninetales, or like just to finish off Focus Sash, Kilowattrel, or whatever. And yes, Bullet Punch can do that. But where I really got creative here is with the last Pokemon, okay? So Glimmora. I was like, okay, like I knew I wanted these 5, and then I was torn between Venonat and Glimmora. But I was like, well, okay, like last week Joey kind of just like hard countered Venonat, and that felt kind of bad. And I was thinking like, okay, well, what could Glimmora do here? Like, I don't know, what's Glimmora gonna do? And I came up with this set. So the idea is, the third mode of the team is you lead to Hariyama Glimmora.
Oh, you side Bullet Punch.
Rock Polish turn
do like 50 to yourself. Side Bullet Punch. This is the first battle, yeah.
Turn 2, you go side Bullet Punch with Flame Orb Guts active, by the way. So you're doing like half your health, okay? So you side Bullet Punch, you activate Toxic Debris, you activate Weakness Policy, maybe you tear it a Fairy,
this guy.
Steel regardless. And then you launch Dazzling Gleam, and you say, God, I hope this works.
Unironically, this is super strong into James, though, because not only is the side Bullet Punch good, but Bullet Punch in general is really good into James, too. Ninetales and things like that, so this is really funny.
This is a real risk. If he brings Revavroom, I cannot.
He's always been like this, though.
Poison and a quadruple resists fairy. So like, I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know if this is gonna work.
All of his draft stuff has always been like this.
But it's really funny, and I thought like, okay, like I didn't have a clear 6th Pokemon. Like I could have brought Venonat. That was the other option I felt like. But the thing about Venonat is that, like, while it can be good, it doesn't really like, it only enhances the other modes. And I actually felt pretty good about the core 4 of Noivern, Mamo, Primarina, Espathra, and then Haria, Espathra, Primarina, Noivern. And so I was like, okay, well, if I need another mode here, so I think in this mode it's probably Hariyama, Glamora, probably Noivern.
It's tough,
Primarina.
man.
Like
Glamora or Venomoth,
like,
they're both
in the
basically
back,
the same Pokemon.
for some reason, but it's
they're
probably
poison
Primarina.
types.
And then either Espathra for Trick Room or Noivern for Tailwind. Trick Room is generally better, but I would say that like Noivern it's easier to set Tailwind up than it is to set Trick Room up, and so like depending on how the battle is looking, I think in a perfect world I win game 1, and then game 2 I switch to Hariyama Glamora and just be like, okay, well, like, if he doesn't expect this, and if I catch him off, okay, he's not gonna expect it because I don't even expect this set, and I'm the one using it. But yeah, basically, I don't think he expects this, and like, yeah, if he leads badly into it and has a bad turn 1, I think I could get a lot of ground. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Toxic Spikes are good versus his team if he doesn't bring Revavroom, but I think he will bring Revavroom, unfortunately. I stupid Revavroom. I think it's a problem. Anyway, that's the team. That's the breakdown. It's actually, yeah, time for the battle, basically. So let's go over here. Let's go here. And let me message James. I'm so bad at checking. Why am I so small? Oh, I guess I gotta change things. You want to see the new microphone, by the way? Oh, you can see it. Look, it's like it's right here.
Oh, it's above. It's on top.
A little bit eager, right? Okay, say goodbye to the microphone. That's what it looks like. This is called a shotgun microphone. I think I actually do know why, but I don't know if I could explain it. Cool. Cool. Make sure the Pokemon are all present. Yep, that's all of them. That's correct. Normal, dark, mental herb. I already did all checks. I'm just, just doing one more. Life orb. Triple berry. Cool.
I'm not noobish. I'm just good on Wi-Fi.
Alrighty, chat. What else should I talk about?
It is only 2 times, correct.
Do you ever have the experience where I went to a restaurant last week, like last Friday.
This bro really bringing back OG Wolf.
And
we're 15 minutes in, by the way, no battle. So just know this is the Wolf. This is OG Wolf.
It was a restaurant that I'd been on my list for like ages, like probably literally years. Like I'd heard everybody talking about it, but it was like in a different part of the city, and it was like it's an Indian place. I love Indian food, so I was like, oh, like yeah, like for, at some point we'll go. So my partner and I, we went last. Oh, James is ready. Am I connected to the internet? No. My partner and I, we went together last Friday. And we were like really excited because like Indian food was really good for like vegetarians, etc., etc. And then it was awful. And what was it? Okay, it wasn't even that it tasted bad. It was actually worse. Which is that somehow it had no flavor. Like all this Indian food, like we had like dishes with cheese, and you would think that cheese quite flavorful. You know what I mean? But it had no flavor. It was very disappointing. And I feel like this has happened a couple times where like restaurants that people are like, oh, this place is like incredible. You have to go here, like make an event out of it, whatever. And then we go and it's like actually not. It's just like not that good. But what I always tell myself is that I think maybe like I think what's most likely is that.
Well, if he's like vegetarian too, or like vegan, so like flavor needs to be super substituted for a lot of stuff he eats. Like you ain't getting chicken, you getting chicken, and like stuff like that, right? So, but having Indian food with no flavor is crazy. I thought it was pescatarian. I don't know. I just remember back in the day he was a vegetarian. I might be lying too. He was one of the V's. I love Indian food too. It's so good. I think Jamaican food might be one of my favorites though of all time. That's what I'm saying. Period. What up, Blops?
Maybe some places are like much better at doing dishes with meat in them than dishes without meat, because that's the only explanation I can see. Or that's the only thing that makes sense to me. No one can be found. Oh man. This is just like when I was trying to get a date for the school dance. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I said, just kidding. I took everybody.
Just
they
kidding.
all
Okay,
wanted
cool.
me.
I think I'm all set up.
I was fighting them off. World champ diff.
All good to go. Gotta move this over here. Get my damage calc.
Peruvian food is very good. And I have many times.
Awesome. Alright, so we're jumping into it.
One of my favorite vegetarian Indian food is like some sort of mango. It's like a mango with rice. It's like a liquid style mango with something. It's really good. While he slipped that one in, that's the world champ diff. That's it.
That is weakness policy, right? Yeah, okay. I have my random music on. Okay, let me say good luck, have fun. So yeah, good luck, have fun to James. Excited to see what he cooked up. Good luck, have fun.
I've never spoken to a lady in my life, Lantern.
Oh, he already sent them. Oh man. I gotta send them.
I'm scared.
Noivern, normal. Hari. Ground. Espathra. Dark. I gotta start typing these out earlier. Prim. Steel.
Never mind the fact you're
what's it called?
married.
Glamora.
I stand by what I say. That's a woman.
Okay, cool. Okay, he
Those
has
mango
Ninetales,
bowls.
Blastoise, Kilowattrel, Reverend. Okay, so he had the exact... It's gonna be Scarf Krug. Okay. He has the
Yes.
exact Pokemon that I expected, which is Alola Ninetales. With Ground Terra, okay. So he might have Discharge on the Kilowattrel. Blastoise is Poison, so that's probably...
Okay, let's see. I mean, Primarina already goes stupid, right? There's not really much you can change about the team. It was already good into it. His Glim is actually interesting, considering one Fairy Resist, the Reverum. Did you get your Legends ZA pre-order? I did. I don't think anything happened with it yet, but I did order that in the DLC. His Trigger mode looks crazy with Primarina, though. I'm not going to lie. And so does Tailwind mode. But I think Bullet Punch is just good for Ninetales. Ninetales definitely Sash. Ape is interesting because I think Ape under Veil goes absolutely stupid here. Especially if it's like Covert Cloak, if you prep for like the Espathra in a sense. Interesting. So we'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how James does too.
Pokemon. Actually, that could be anything.
You didn't get any physical
Watch
products?
us do
No, I
water.
did it online.
So that might not be Scarf then.
He's pre-ordered the DLC. They might
Watch
run
us
out.
water,
I mean, I just
Reverum
did that anyway
water,
because it was always already there.
Krug is Ghost. So that implies that it's Scarf. Reverend Water, and Ape is Ice. Okay, so it's gonna get the defense boost in the snow.
The car looks fire.
Okay, cool. So
I mean, the car's faster than Memo because he's 0
quite
speed,
annoying.
right?
I think
So-
in game 1 I just have to stick with my game plan of 1, 2.
He's 4 speed EV, so
Spothra
car should be
Ram, I
faster no
think.
matter what. The car looks insane here. Gunkshaw and Iron Head
Pretty
look
sure-
crazy.
I'm pretty sure looking at this that Krug is gonna be Scarf. Maybe I should have him Life Orb Mamoswine so that I could one-shot the Kilowattrel, but I just didn't want to take the recoil, the chip damage. I think the Blastoise and the Reverum could both cause me some problems here if I'm not careful. So I
What does he do? He like protects turn 1 and heavy slams
This
Ninetales,
makes sense to me.
and then Tailwinds turn 2.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah,
I
he.
gotta really watch out for the.
Yeah. So he prepped for. I forgot. He prepped for beat up Crook, but it doesn't exist in this game anymore.
For the Ape here, I might be under prepped for Annihilate. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Don't.
I kind of expect not Crocodile Ape game 1. I think like Kilowattrel, Ninetales, or Blastoise Kilowattrel might make sense to me. I think Kilowattrel plus Blastoise would be somewhat annoying.
I don't know if
Thankfully,
Joey
I first
here and
swing
Joey
to
predict
the
everything that
right
happens after watching the video.
Let's
Your
see
jaw is as big as your mind.
Ninetales Annihilate. Okay, overall this is actually a pretty good lead. Let's find out the items. We're gonna Frisk here.
After having watched
It's
it.
not Scarf in the Ninetales. Sash
Sash.
Ninetales. Okay,
Yeah, so
cool.
let's protect plus
Leftovers
plus heavy slam. You kind of ignore 8 for now
deep.
because the way you're
Ninetales-
dealing
wait,
with it
Ninetales
is.
Sash, okay.
Actually, this is really interesting because like he could see this plus I have a Spother in the back, so he sees the whole team's items. But like there's a trade-off, right? You know it's leftover, so it's not Cover Cloak. So this is interesting because obviously you could have had Infiltrator 2 to kill it. Captured a team in DCL, low horsepower and a logo at the car, and they added high horsepower to the car in the DLC after that. But I've already commissioned the logo. Hey, and you got it, bro. You predicted it. I always remember the
So I
angle
kinda
point team
just like
Wolfie bottom.
protect
You
plus
better remember that
heavy slam
video.
The Annihilate could bulk up, which is a little annoying. This delays my Tailwind by 1 turn. But because I have the
Yeah, but like I think if Annihilate bulks up, you're still good because Primarina is really strong into it anyway.
Chobo Berry, I'm actually not.
Oh, I remember that too, Blobs. He's not Snowcloak, he's oblivious. He didn't want to get intimidated.
Windows. I'm not in that much danger, and he has also given me a defense boost.
Oh,
So I like
also,
protect
if
this heavy
you're
slam here.
one of the watchers that last week said it was too fast, so it's hard to watch, is this week okay better? It's 1.25. So we're 28 minutes into a 19-minute video. So hopefully this is good enough for you guys. That was a little bit of sarcasm, but it wasn't meant to come off that. I'm just sometimes monotone. I apologize.
I think.
Protect, yep, heavy slam, makes sense. And the ice shard
Let's
next
see.
turn. No
Good
Terra
for
from
both as
a
He goes for Icy Wind.
Icy
Okay,
Wind's
so
good
Ninetales
too.
is Icy
No
Wind.
veil.
And he
He's
hits
going,
my
he's going
Mamoswine.
for fry. He's probably going for like CC
Does
then.
a lot of damage.
Actually, if he's leftovers, he's drain
37
punch.
damage. It's a lot. He goes for Drain Punch, so I don't regret my play here, I think.
Chopple. Get the ice
170 down
defense
to
boost too. That did
94.
0.
Oh, he crit me. Oh, man. I think I would have taken 2 if it weren't for the crit because of the
Yeah,
snow.
because of snow. Defense raise.
I get Ninetales to Sash. Cool. Okay, so now Ice Shard plus Tailwind
Cool.
feels pretty free.
Yep.
I don't even need Ice Shard.
No
Oh, I
veil
might
going
need
up.
Ice Shard 'cause I minus one speed.
No veil going up is actually fine. I mean, ice shard is fine because like it's not like. What's the alternative? Heavy slam. You either miss your high horsepower or you go for heavy slam. Heavy slam doesn't hit Reverum, which will come in anyway, which would be the ice resist, and heavy slam doesn't do much to Blastoise anyway. So I don't think there's anything wrong with going for ice shard again. You don't lose anything. Plus he did icy wind, so.
Speed. Yeah, Tailwind plus Ice Shard seems pretty good to me. Leftovers Ape is a bit scary. I do have access to
I wonder if
I
he
do have
ends
access
up
to Air
tearing.
Slash here, but I think
This
do
game
like,
one,
I
yeah.
think the Crocodile probably has the Scarf, so I think I just want to get this up right away. The Tailwind, like last game, I lost game 1 because I didn't prioritize hitting Tailwind up. Oh, Glamora would have been so good into this lead. Oh man.
Okay.
Glamora would have been so good. It's okay. I was never doing it game 1. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the Ninetales. So
yeah, but if you're fighting in
2
VGC,
turns
you
of
could
snow
run it.
And 1 turn of Tailwind.
All right, so Ninetales got
Ninetales
got no value out of this turn. I think the Veil might have been better, low key.
Ammo goes down here, to be honest. Here's
Tailwind, yep.
I would love to reserve my Sash.
Much love, Gino. We have a really fun video.
And I do go down. Okay, so it's not ideal.
I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek of the video coming out. Just a the littlest sneak peek, okay? Very little, okay? You're gonna get the raw, for those that watch the VOD, you're gonna get the raw sneak peek of what we have, okay? I want you guys to have this because I think if you guys support me, I want you to get benefits from supporting me. Where the fuck is the video? I lied, guys. No more benefits from supporting me. I'm sorry. I lied. All right. So we're working on a video. Well, I had the idea, and I want to involve every single coach. So I had the idea of making a video because I want this draft league to be something different than regular draft. So I had the idea of making a video for every change, and I had every single coach involved. So this is the rough, this isn't even anywhere near done, but it's gonna be really funny. I think it's funny anyway.
Obviously, we are very sad to see Dedenne go, but I'm sure that the next team that they appear on will be quite happy to have them. Okay, Joey, back to you. I'm back. I'm doing the bit again. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Coach. Dedenne fans are in shambles, but let's tune in to Coach Shady to see what he thinks.
I'm in absolute shambles.
I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Obviously, that's a little snippet of everything we're doing, but so we have a fun, there's a lot of stuff that actually goes into this video. But I had every single coach involved, so all 8 coaches. And what it is, it's going to be me talking about what's going on. It's going to be edited. And then it's going to be me passing it off to a coach to talk about, like Wolfie talking about his draft changes, then my response, obviously, with some face cam or whatever. Eventually, I just gave them like a little example because I wanted to make that example for the chat so they knew what to do. And then Shady responds to Wolfie, then I talk, and then someone else talks about the changes, then I talk. Obviously, it's not all going to be like laugh the whole time, right? Some of us went more with jokes. Some of us went more analytical. Some of us went a mixture of both. But I think it's a cool way to show off. Are the people who run the Smogon the same as the people who run Showdown? Chaos runs Smogon, Zarel runs Showdown. So it's gonna like, I like how it cuts straight into him saying it's shambles. Yeah, that's the whole point of that clip. But yeah, so it'll be fun, and I just think it's a nice video of basically a cool way to show changes that people, because every single week people be like, "Yo, why'd you get this? Why'd you get this?" So it's a cool way to show it and also involve all the coaches, which is something I want to do. This is not my draft league. This is Wolfie's draft league. I just help run it. But this is something I want to do for the future draft because I think it's a good way to support every coach and also get eyes on everybody. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll see. It's just a fun way of doing it. We'll see what happens.
It's certainly
back
not
to the game.
ideal, but
Sorry.
it's not the end of the world here. What's coming in here? I definitely go into to Prime Arena here. I've got my Tailwind up. I don't want to get Trick 'em up just yet. I would have liked. Yeah, it's not ideal. The problem is that I might lose my Tailwind. I might lose my Prime Arena before my Tailwind expires, which is quite bad.
Well, I mean,
however, getting Tailwind up is pretty nice, and I think like trading 1 for 1 is honestly fine here. Is it Rev Room? I feel like it's gonna be Rev Room.
Should be Rev Room, right?
Here's Prime Arena. Okay.
You have to go Rev Room here. It's the resist to both of them, or it's Blastoise.
It is Kilowattrel. Okay.
Oh, I guess that's okay too if you have like Weather Ball, but.
So.
Does 8 protect?
I don't hate Draco Meteor plus Gleam here. This could be Scarf on the Kilowattrel.
Oh, go back a little bit, Noobish.
Wait, the Kilowattrel doesn't have, like, Moonblast will KO is my thinking, so maybe I go for Air Slash here, and Gleam will not KO. Air Slash plus Moonblast seems somewhat realistic. The problem is if it's Scarf Kilowattrel.
Yo, let's be Prima, but it won't
but it
KO.
still shouldn't be able to KO me if it's Scarf.
Yeah, it won't KO.
Shot. It could be AV as well, I guess. I'm just trying to think about what it's doing. Here's the Terra. This is probably on the Ape. Okay, it is Ape, so I probably could have done this a little bit smarter.
Oh, I'm enjoying the mods I drafted. I just wanted to use some things. What up, Jaden?
I think the flinch is the thing. Air Slash is kind of broken. Okay, it does nothing. Okay, it's not Scarf. It could be AV. Okay, it goes into Moonblast. That's good.
Terra Ice is so funny. Yo, okay, low key, Terra Ice isn't even bad, right? You're never going for a fighting move or a rock move into Annihilate, and you get the ice type defense boost, which is so funny. I actually like this a lot.
Give me the flinch.
I
I've
agree
been
with that,
so
Jake.
good. Yeah, baby! Air Slash is not a balanced move.
So it's Defiant into Wolfie's team. Okay. Take Illumina Crash, can attack raise, I get it.
I'm telling you, Air Slash is not a balanced move.
Bro got so
What
hype off
happens
an Air
next?
Slash flinch on
Because
Ape.
If it's Revivroom in the back, which I suspect that it is,
A guy like me just turns off my Nintendo Switch 2 and says, play me on Showdown.
if I Gilmore, oh wait, I don't have a rock move on Gilmore, never mind. Okay, it is Revivroom. I was right about this. Okay, Revivroom. So, what do I do now?
Revivroom can't Terra.
Revivroom has a lot of poison and steel moves. I would like to Terra my Primarina here.
Yeah, Terra Steel Premier makes
I
sense.
don't need Draco Meteor, Terra Steel, Moonblast.
Should
The
kill.
thing is that, like,
If Ape doesn't have
if I don't
Protect.
get damage on Revivroom, then I
Which
will
it might
lose
not
it
be.
to, like, I will lose with it eventually, because I will lose to it eventually.
Yeah, Define
But I
Fire
still
Arcanine
think
makes
this
sense.
is probably my best move. Draco Meteor plus Terraforming Moonblast.
Mirror Orb
This should
Arcanine was
KO.
something we could have
Surely
seen.
this KOs. Or Terra Steel Moonblast, sorry.
This is
'Cause I still
close
have
sheet
Future Talon
league,
left, so it's
but
somewhat difficult for
open
him
Terra.
to break this.
This is a good play.
He has one stack of Rage Fist.
No, the Ape is
It's
leftovers.
so obvious that I'm gonna Terra here, though. Maybe I should have thought about it more, because it could Revivroom gets fire moves, so it could be like Temper Flare or something.
But even then, your Mon in the back is pretty good into Revivroom, so. Yeah, anyways.
I lose because of that. That sucks so much. I think without that I win the game.
Makes up for
Yeah, I
the
would have won. That is super unfortunate.
makes up for the thing though.
Hey, Rage Fist?
Rage Fist is not
Noivern?
going to kill anybody. Actually, it will kill Noivern
Okay,
for
hang
sure.
on. I still have a
Or
chance.
bring it
They
down
have
to
two stacks of
Sash.
Rage Fist.
Damn.
And Gunk Shot. Okay.
Okay,
It's
so good.
looking bad, chat, but it's not over because
He either expected Protect or didn't want to attack it on the Terra because Noivern obviously could reset Tailwind, and he knows that Revivroom plus Reggie still Annihilate are faster.
I get the note of the item on the Revivroom. And they hit Gunk Shot. Okay, that's actually good that they killed me though, because yeah, I would have won otherwise. Here's
Yeah,
the
Spot is really good. You
They get to
just-
frisk the items here. Citrus Berry, Revivroom, and we already know leftovers on the Ape.
So what? You just Trick Room
Double
plus
frisk.
Protect?
Okay, so we go for Trick Room here and Dazzling Gleam.
Well, Dazzling Gleam's
Or no,
better
we get
than-
Hyper Voice, right? Hyper Voice is stronger.
It is stronger.
Surely Hyper Voice KOs, right? I should calc against the bulky Annihilate.
Play from Bronze Spot. I can't believe there have
Should
been
be
two
minimum
things.
35%.
I appreciate you, Ness.
super
Much love,
bulky,
fam.
Moonblast.
Always great
I
seeing
think,
you.
yeah, I think this will KO. I think I kind of need the damage anyway.
This
Last
This
turn
is
tail-
fine anyway as long as Moonblast there's one turn of Tailwind. This is fine anyway as long as like it kills Ape. But there's also likely that James will reveal Protect on both Mons. So this is really, really good. And then you can Luster, you can Lumina Crash the Revivroom and then do the exact same thing next turn. So this is a really cool turn.
All right, I managed this correctly. Last turn to Tailwind, last turn to Snow. So we go for Trick Room and Hyper Voice here.
It should make sense. You either kill, yeah,
And as
it reveals Protect.
Third move.
Yep, expected.
They both have Protect. Okay, great. And Trick Room goes up.
Yep, makes sense because you're also feeling Lumina Crash
Oh
plus
my
like
God,
Hyper
Spot
Voice.
Throw really came in at the right time. Here's Trick Room, okay.
And, actually, now
But
you can just
everything
what?
ends this turn,
You
which
just
is
Helping
awesome.
Hand. Is Helping Hand's better? I think. Yeah, I think Helping Hand's
I
better.
like- oh, I have Helping Hand.
Yeah, because you
Like,
guarantee
it does-
kill
I feel
Ape,
bad
and the
for
Rev Room
revealing
cannot
moves
kill
here, but I think
Primarina.
in the long run, it's probably for the best. This Tailwind ends this turn. I think I go for Helping Hand here and Hyper Voice. I would
Yeah.
like to go for Lumina Crash.
Lumina Crash
but
and
I
a
think
Rev
it's more
Room.
important
But I
to
think
get
this is- I think this is
KO and
better.
Annihilate. Helping Hand Hyper Voice is very, very good here. It's unlikely that Rev Room can KO me, but not impossible.
It's a new season, so I'm waiting for a few things, Ash. I did see My Hero new today.
I KO Annihilate. So Helping Hand Hyper Voice seems
sorry,
like
Rustic,
Helping
much
Hand,
love.
Hyper Voice. And actually here, even if he
What
breaks Trick
happened?
Room, there
This
wasn't really
year
much
has
he could do to
changed my
stop that
opinion
play.
of
Just the
from
way that
indifference
things
to
worked
love
out.
hate.
So really, this is kind of the strength
Thanks
of
for the 9 months, fam.
Tailwind plus Trick Room, but let's make sure we can close it out, because we haven't seen all the moves yet, which means this game is not over. We also don't know the speeds.
Speaking of Tailwind to Trick Room, I did this at the Milwaukee, by the way, guys, when I went. But I did the wrong order. I set up Tailwind on the same turn I set up Trick Room. It was the same turn for both of them. It was one of my 2 losses. I'm excited for Spy Family and Kingdom as well. I'll keep watching Gotchi as well too. But yeah, it was a rough one because then I ended up that game I should have won, and then I won game 2. I lost that game, and then I lost game 3. So I could have been X and 1 instead of like having to win every game after. Luckily, it didn't work. I don't chuckle at your messages. I said I appreciate you, Rustic. Joey I just watched a 3-minute ad for you. Hope it helps. I said, thank you. You think that's you're making me money. Is that what you want from me? I appreciate you. I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry. I felt bad you had a 3-minute ad. You're on Twitch. So I feel bad. But I don't know what you want from me. I wasn't trying to be a bad guy. Give me that 0.01 cents. I think high horsepower crit is literally his win con. I even think that might not be the best case because I think Espathra is max defense, right? So it will still beat Rev Room. I think he has to try and double protect. So this double protect right here is going for it. Makes sense.
Go for the double and fail it. That's great.
I will. I've been seeing clips about Superhero.
Here's Hyper Voice. So Rev Room is in fact. Oh my
Jeez,
god.
this does so much.
Okay.
I've said this before, but I'll say it again. This is the strength of Wolf's team, right? Like he doesn't have like an S rank member, but Primarina on this specific team is damn near S because his spread move damage and his way to like enable it is very, very strong. Like Prim is damn near his S.
Hyper Voice is a lot. I think the thing must be fast. Here's Citrus. Okay, cool.
I think Prim
cool.
and
This
Archaladon
really popped off.
are tied for kill leaders.
There's Parting Shot. Okay, cool.
I think.
It reveals another move.
Hey, thanks, Cross.
I'll just go for another Helping Hand plus Hyper Voice here, I think.
No reason to reveal Luster.
And I don't reveal more moves.
Yep, no reason to reveal Limit Crash. Great game. Great game one, honestly.
So
everything
what did
worked
we learn?
perfectly
Gunk
for him.
Shot, Protect, Parting Shot. Cool.
The flinch on
probably
Ape was a
pretty
little
fast,
whack
I would
because
say.
like he couldn't break the sash
Decent
early.
damage.
So you could have only attacked. You could have attacked it with one Rage Fist, and then just Rage Fist on that side, and then hit the other side. But besides that, it was cool.
Am I recording?
Show us the MVP charts after. I don't have the week 2 updated, so I won't be able to show the week 2 stats until I could show them during the. I know it's white right now. I could show them during the pick'ems this week though, because that'll show the week 2 stats. But this is obviously the fan doc. I'll link it to you guys too. Number 1 aimer. I think the current MVP race is Tyranitar. Yeah, this is week 1. This is still week 1. Big T-Tar went stupid. But yeah, Arch right there, 20-pointer, makes sense. Primarina up there, makes perfect sense. Rhyperior right here. You got 2 kills in game 1. Or in it's week 1.
Goodness. The Rev was probably
that's week 1. That's still week 1 exactly. It's not edited. I don't put week 2 stats until Monday.
Lead. I feel like I have to go for.
Hey, much love, fam. I'm glad you are.
I
hope you guys are supporting all the coaches, man.
Like I think it's somewhat unlikely to work, to be honest.
I think Glim is really a really strong one, and Hariyama having bullet punch is really good.
I think it's pretty unlikely that it works. Just being blunt about it, but if it does work, it's so funny.
He might be less inclined to not bring Reverum as well, or even if he does, Hariyama can still do a ton to it too. Watching one side and then watching the other perspective right after. I think the VGC one makes it a little bit easier to do that as well. Like everybody in our Discord, so it's us 8 coaches and then a few helpers like all around, has been watching like every single set every week, which I really like. I think that's the plus of having only 8 people. Who am I playing this week? I played Nekkra.
So it's these 2 up front. I do think Primarina is the best third mon.
Much love, Liam.
Just a Rev Room. And then the last mon is either Espathra or Noivern.
The bro going for Rock Polish turn 1 is crazy. He's thinking Noivern because he's really EQ weak.
Because I think that if things go wrong, I might be able to win with an air slash flinch.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking, wow, if they bring Crocodile and click EQ, most of your mons can die. He said I want an air slash flinch. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I think that if things go wrong, I may be able to win with an air slash flinch.
8 teams is really nice. It's at 1.25 times speed. He's really not speaking that much faster than he normally does. 8 people isn't too bad for a draft league, but the thing is, the way to make it the playoffs is way closer.
But if they, yeah, like I can't ever see a world really where, I can't ever really see a world where if they go wrong,
flinch, Griffin.
So I'll do this as like hedging. Looking at his team, I'm not even sure if this makes that much sense. What I'm doing. The thing is, I can't really beat Rev Room with this, but that's okay. I think I had to bang it and not bring a Rev Room after how bad it was into Primarina with Steel Terra, because it's probably protect, parting shot, Steel move, poison move.
Yeah. They can still bring it, but like I think it's you also Hariyama.
9 does Blastoise is the lead. Okay, cool. I mean that's pretty good, right? It's good and bad. It's not good.
I mean he's not a smoke on player, right, Rustic? So it's kind of hard to rank him on that.
And I don't know the item on this Blastoise, so I'm gonna fake out, and I think I'm gonna fake out Rock Polish, to be honest.
This is really cool too because when you Psy Bullet Punch, you get up Toxic Spike as well. So I really like that.
Show me Protect from Ninetales. Show me a cheeky Protect.
It could be Shell Smash, but that fake out covers, right?
I think
fake out
the
covers,
Blastoise
so you're
protects,
okay.
but I think more likely it probably goes for the fake out into the Hariyama.
You don't want to fake out Glim because you don't want to get up T-Spike against you.
He switches. Oh, Annihilate, please. Oh no, he has Rever
Oh,
Room.
he has Rever Room.
It's
That's actually
over.
really bad.
Wait, what's the Terra? Okay, fake us on Hariyama. That's actually for the best.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you
And
get
I
the
get
Rock Polish off.
Okay, cool.
You also have to fear Earth Power from Glamora here as a Rever
I get
Room,
plus
so...
2. I get burned. Okay, Rever Room has Protect. Protect, Gunk Shot. Should I just go for it? Like, I want to kill the Rever Room, right? I don't think this does that much to the Blastoise, who very well could be AV, right? I want to kill the Rever Room.
I'm so
if I get rid
excited.
of the Rever Room, I can win the game. What's the Terra? It's Terra Water. The thing is, it's just so obvious that I want to go for, yeah, but I just did a Rock Polish, right? So he might be expecting Earth Power here. So I'm gonna Bullet Punch and Sludge Bomb. You know what? I'll just get the Toxic Spikes.
I like it. I really like this play a lot.
Switched.
Oh, this is really good anyway. Because you get
Maybe
Toxic
Protect.
Spike up, so when Blastoise comes back in, this
Oh
is really
no!
good. Well, that's fine. You have Dazzling Gleam
I
next
should
turn,
Gleam.
right?
Okay,
Yeah, he's got it for Earth Power. Makes sense.
He protected. Okay, show me a Poison. Okay, so here's the thing. I get Bullet Punch off. I do half my health.
You get T-Spike
Okay, I
up.
took it pretty well.
Yo, this is gonna do a lot to
Toxic Spikes
8,
go up.
man.
Okay, so now either Blastoise or Ninetales in the back are gonna get poisoned.
This is literally, this is gonna do so much to
And now I'm
8.
at +2 special attack, +2 speed. But I'm still kind of in some trouble, right? Okay,
Well,
I give him 1 stack of Rage Fist, which is like certainly not good. But here's Sludge Bomb. It does a lot of damage. If I get the poison, I'm in good shape.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm in good shape. Wait, that's in range of Terra Fairy Gleam now.
100%. I think
So
it was
go
in
for
range of Terra.
Gleam
I'm gonna
and
be
Close
honest,
Combat.
guys.
The problem is that
I think without poison, it was still in range of Terra Fairy Gleam. I wore my Draco, thank you for the 7 months. Draco Varsity jacket today during my draft battle. 6 on my opponent with sub, Encore, Calm Mind, Stored Power, Screamtail, Power of Pokeaim. Much love, fam. Appreciate the 7 months. And I'm glad you guys are getting your jackets. Hopefully the rest that didn't get theirs yet start coming in as well. So I'm happy. This is really interesting too because like he still hasn't seen... What up, fam? He still hasn't seen spiky shit on Glim. So technically, Rever Room still has to fear Earth Power.
like he's probably gonna go for. There's no way he doubles my Rever Room, right? Or my Hariyama here, and I don't think he can KO it without doubling it. I am more especially bulky, but
I'm glad
like,
you
if you
like
look at the position, I've got this really threatening Glamora. The thing is, if I Spiky Shield and I get the KO, then Blastoise comes in and has fake out pressure again, right?
Wait, is that where you
so
live,
maybe I am supposed to
Noobish?
just like close combat and Gleam and just accept that.
Wait, did it
Let's
deliver
look
to the
from a
wrong
macro
place?
perspective, right? Because if I get the close combat off
Spiky.
here, I'm pretty sure Gleam will KO. Like the thing is, let's say I Spiky Shield, I get this turn right, I KO Rever Room. The problem is that next turn Blastoise comes back in.
If Gunk Shot, I
And if
would
I get it
double
wrong,
attack
I
the
would lose
Hari.
Hariyama.
It's at my parents' house. It's all good. Okay. I'm sorry.
I still have my Terra available for Terra Steel. I think I'm gonna Gleam here.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
little
okay,
bit risky.
okay.
Okay, if I get the Ape here, I'm in really good shape. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm in really
Ape
good
definitely
shape. That's the
died
end of
anyway.
Ape. Glamora, not traditionally thought of as an Annihilate counter, but the thing is that Ape goes down, and now he misses Gunk Shot.
Ooh, that's
Oh, he went
big.
after
It wouldn't have.
Hariyama.
It wouldn't have
Oh my
killed,
God.
but
Okay,
that's
close
still really
combat
big.
comes out. He expected me to protect, but I didn't go.
Oh,
for
and he
it,
crit
okay?
too.
And now
If it-
that's
if
the
it-
third turn of snow.
Oh, that crit might have
Glamora
actually
is at
mattered
+2,
too.
+2.
Oh my
It's
god, and he has
looking a little
T-Spike
bit difficult
up.
for him, I
And
think.
you can always bullet punch
He can throw damage, that's
Ninetales.
fine, okay.
And he hasn't revealed Spiky Shield yet too.
I did not think this was gonna work. I'll be completely honest. And when I
Oh
saw
my
Rever Room,
God.
I was like, oh, it's toast.
That was a
That's the thing about
nasty,
grappling is you
nasty
catch your
turn.
opponent
It
off
100%
guard
mattered,
because
for sure.
by using sets you would never
Oh
normally
no, it
run.
took a lot for Hybrid Voice. Yeah, but it was gonna
You're able
go.
to do stuff like this. Okay, I think.
But
the
it's
best
Citrus
move
Berry. I would
definitely
assume that it has
like,
a lot of
I should
HP.
This should be a guaranteed win as long as I'm careful. He hasn't Terra yet, so I need to keep that in mind. The Ninetales is Terra Ground. Okay. So I would like to just go for Bullet Punch here. Like I think it's worth saving both my Pokemon with full HP in the back because I don't think that
Prima still wins. Prima beats everything anyway with Terra.
Although, like, the thing is, if I could just attack again,
It was
right?
Liquid Voice and
Can
it was
I just
hype-
Sludge Bomb here?
it was Hopping Hand.
Because if he fake outs, no. I think I should.
Said he calced it and it didn't matter. Oh, okay. If he calced it and it didn't matter, that's fine then. I thought he might have had more HP.
Right, because I don't need Hariyama to win this game. I just need to get rid of. Oh, he doesn't protect. Or he doesn't fake out.
Ooh,
Maybe
so
he might have
Ninetales dies
fake out.
to-
That's a lot. Wait, I didn't confirm that he wasn't Shell Smash. Hold on, wait a
Big.
second. But if he's Shell Smash,
Well, Filter doesn't protect you from
which
close
is okay,
combat.
right? Because I have Tailwind plus what's it called in the back? Plus Marina. Okay, it is Muddy Water. Cool.
Did he miss
Muddy Water, I
again?
should write that down.
Oh, he didn't miss again. Yeah.
Yes, this Hariyama is so good.
Okay, so you
Hariyama's
just
popping
Terra.
off. I think differential could matter. I think
This
one of the
makes
tiebreakers
sense.
is differential, so I think it's actually technically slightly more optimal for me to try and save Amon here.
I agree with this.
Yeah, I think that it could. I think that one of the tiebreakers is differential. He hasn't Terra yet. What's the Terra on Blastoise? Poison. Okay.
Yeah, you just do that and you go Primarine and you Terra Blim.
I think, and try and preserve
Yeah,
out here.
this is very free
yeah.
because
go for Terra Fairy Gleam, I
because
think.
you can't KO Prima, you KO Ninetales, and you do a billion% to Blastoise, which can't
It's not
KO
slower than
you
Blastoise,
even I
it's
think
slower
with
than
a
Ninetales.
Muddy Water crit might not even KO you.
Like, I think at this point I should be playing for a tiebreaker rather than trying to get the win because I don't think he can win this. The Sash Noy run in the back and Blastoise poisoned.
Agreed.
And if he Terras, he'll still remain poisoned, I'm pretty sure. I think that's how it works. Here's my Terra. This is like technically not... I think this is fine, honestly.
No.
If he doesn't Terra this turn, he's going to take a ton
This
of
is
damage.
not... I don't think this is inoptimal at all. This is a good play. If you want to play for diff, that's fine.
Yeah, he does Terra, nice.
What is it?
Or like, nice call.
Terra Poison,
The
okay.
Blastoise- The thing is, I don't actually have moves to hit this.
Yeah, Money Water's really weak. I have a
Glimmer, but the
Blastoise in
poison
draft.
still
I
is
love
back,
it,
which is good.
but
That's a
it's
sick
definitely
looking
weak.
Terra.
Offensively.
Here's Gleam.
Defensively, though, it's amazing.
+2 Dazzling Gleam, +2/+2/+2 technically. Still does a lot of damage.
Jeez,
At
it
the
does
end
so
of
much.
Ninetales.
And Blastoise stays poison
That
even though
should
it's
be
Terra
Snow as
Poison.
well, if I've counted correctly. Here's Muddy Water, connects on both. Okay,
That's 0, man.
no accuracy drops. I think I protect both, go for Sludge Bomb, and then go from there. Because he could have Terra Blast. Although, there's no
How
way
far
Terra
back
Blast
are you,
kills, right?
Rustic?
He doesn't have a boosting item, probably. I'll go Hyper Voice Spiky Shield. Like, I probably could Protect. I mean, Gleam did a lot of damage. I think Protect into Sludge Bomb is fine. Protect Spiky.
I
Sure,
literally
Sludge Bomb
think
KOs, right?
Sludge
Also,
Bomb
surely
kills.
outside of
I think
Terra Blast.
Protect
I mean, I'm pretty frail.
is fine.
I'm just trying to think about how to get maximum differential here.
It's literally Protect.
Spiky into Sludge Bomb is probably fine.
Yeah, he
I don't think
goes
it can feel a little bit
Protect.
lame, but it-
He
the
goes
timer doesn't matter.
Noivern.
Could determine who makes it into top cut or not.
He
so
goes
take it
Noivern
seriously.
after.
Yeah, the Toxic Spikes here that, like, part of the brilliance of Hariyama attacking into Glamora is that not only do I get the weakness policy active, but I also am able to set the Toxic Spikes. And then James, like, very clearly didn't want Toxic Spikes up. He brought River Room probably in part because he didn't want the Toxic Spikes up.
Yeah.
But the thing is that by attacking myself, especially, I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, but I did attack. Oh, no, I did attack once River Room was already on the field, yeah. I was able to set up the Toxic
said
Spikes
F it.
regardless. And with Focus Sash on the Ninetales, it's really important to break that with the Toxic Spikes. And also, with Blastoise just being bulky, it was also, like, yeah, just so helpful
That's
here.
crazy,
Like, Poison has
Grandmaster.
already done a ton of damage to this Blastoise. Yeah, Glamora was really good here. I wasn't entirely sure.
Something like
okay,
that, yeah.
I didn't really think it was going to work unless I got kind of cheesy with it, but yeah. in
That was
the
a good
end-
call. Really fun.
in the end, it really did a good job. Okay, Glamora gets another KO.
Dude,
Might
Glamora
be
got so
3
many
KOs for Glamora
kills.
with a critical hit. So yeah,
I don't know- I
very,
don't think
very
that crit
happy
matter
with it.
based on
Felt good
Dazzling
about
Gleam.
the prep, and yeah, I'm really curious to see what sets James had in all his Pokemon because I was really worried about Crocodile and also the Kilowattrel, and they were doing things probably that I wasn't expecting. So good game to James. Make sure you check out his perspective.
Very good
Make sure you
game.
check out his channel. He's a really good player. And yeah, like he is a really also very strong in draft as well. And so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him in the playoffs. So thanks for watching. This has been a fun return to draft, and I will see you all next week. Next week, same time. See you there. Bye.
All right.
Welcome back to my
Now we're gonna watch Nekkra because I have not seen her side versus me because I've been waiting for this.
channel for week 2 of the Wolfglick Pokemon Draft League. This is the inaugural season
She makes awesome content. Like I said, check out everybody's playlist if you're on YouTube.
where myself and Wolfglick, of course, will be competing alongside 6 other incredible players and content creators. We've got Uzi Gunner, Mountay, Aaron Cybertron Zang, James Speck, Pokeaim, and Shady Penguin to
What up,
round
fam?
out what I would consider to be one of the most stacked rosters for a Pokemon Draft League of all time. I'm super stoked to be here and
definitely
really excited to
rough.
be playing out our next match
A lot of
in
crazy-
the regular season.
crazy players in
It's a
this.
7-week round robin regular season, so everybody gets a chance to play each other. And in week 1,
She's
we
so
face
good at
off
explaining.
against Shady Penguin. Week 2 doesn't get any easier, as this week we go up against Pokeaim. I am so excited for this match. Pokeaim has been playing competitive Pokemon for almost 2 decades, I think.
Oh, she
And
put
while
the
I know him best
Milwaukee.
for his Draft League content,
Much
he's
love,
also
Carnage.
competed at official Pokemon tournaments before. I was actually lucky enough to cast part of his legendary
What a goat.
Milwaukee regional run from the 2025 season, where he got top 8 and one of his first VGC tournaments back after a while. That Ho-Oh team was amazing, and watching Joey Overfarm
Shout out to Tony.
was so entertaining. We did not get a chance to play each other during the Shuckle Premier League, but we get the opportunity to now, so I'm so excited to have this
She's
chance to
such a
play
great
against
caster. Like, look at this intro. I just caught up. If this was my first ever video of the Wolfie Draft League, I now know what the Wolfie Draft League is. I now know who my opponent is. I said Aura Farm. She is a caster. Yeah, she did. She get your wife in VGC so you can be the VGC power couple. Hello. She's not gonna play.
Another one of the best. I'm gonna be saying that a lot this season. This Pokemon Draft League has no mythicals, no legendaries, and no paradox Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. And we all got 100 points.
I know, it's only been 2 minutes and I know everything.
The more
And look at all
powerful
her
the
plushes.
Pokemon is relative
Look at all
to
the
format,
unknowns.
the more it costs to draft. With the
She
most
got a J?
expensive being 20 points and the
I
least
got a J. Shout out
expensive being
Trippy.
worth 1 point. In the end, we all ended up with 10 Pokemon on our roster for us to pick and choose 6 from to bring to a battle.
Unknown J.
The Los Angeles Wakers consist of Archaludon, Poltergeist, Meowstic Male,
The Archaludon was an iron.
Male, Riolu, Rhyperior, Alomomola, Pelipper.
I forgot we
and
did that.
Zebstrika. Seems pretty cut and dry to me, to be honest. How in the world we all let Joey have Archaludon reign is
Don't worry
beyond
about
me,
that.
and this week is going to be really difficult in terms of team building as well as playing the match. I got so messed up by Mountay in the Shuckle Premier League. I'm having flashbacks.
It does look like my background
just
in the
how
middle of a
poorly that
video.
week went. Rain, go away! Rain is one of the worst archetype
Sorry, I keep holding
matchups
this
for
unknown, my
Sand,
bad.
and to make matters even worse, Archaludon is one of the best Pokemon in the entire
My
format.
goat.
I see a very clear 6 Pokemon for him to bring, which are Archaludon, Greninja, Basculegion Male, Pelipper, Riolu, and Rhyperior. I would be super surprised to see any other Pokemon given how fast Joey's team can go and how
Poltergeist
quickly
could
it
work,
lays down
but I agree.
damage. He can go all in on the rain strategy here. Archaludon is a steel dragon type Pokemon that gets 3 usable abilities. Its most common ability in competitive doubles is Stamina, which increases Archaludon's defense by 1 stage when it gets hit with an attack.
Dude, her
We
video
also
is
see
so
Stamina with a
good.
side
This is so good.
activator, such as Population Bomb or Beat Up Mouseholds, or in Joey's case, Water Shuriken Greninja. But Archaludon doesn't actually need any setup from its ally in order to utilize its ability and get off big damage with Body Press. We actually just saw a Greninja Archaludon team do really well at the Pittsburgh Regional Championships, so it might be a little bit of recency bias, but that is the prevailing strategy I see here. Greninja also just generally gives our team problems because it has a natural speed of 132, which is faster than our entire team. On top of that, Greninja is hyper flexible, able to be run as both a physical and special attacker. If you're using Water Shuriken, you probably don't want Greninja doing a whole lot with those special attacks, but Archaludon does resist water type damage, and if it's holding an Assault Vest, it will take pretty minimal damage anyways with that extra special defense boost. But why not use Fletchinder and set Tailwind? Since we're planning around Greninja having Water Shuriken, Gale Wings on Fletchinder only gives +1 to the priority of flying type moves, so Water Shuriken and Tailwind would
was
both be in the
prepped
same priority
for the
bracket.
Water Shuriken.
But since Greninja is naturally faster, it would just Water Shuriken.
Which I did have
and
it first
Fletchinder.
on my
We don't want to
specific
commit
Greninja.
Terra here because
It just needed 3 hits, and I didn't want to do that.
something else. Greninja also gets a ton of coverage options, and with its ability Protean, it will be able to change its typing to match that of
I wish
the
I could
first
use
move it
Battle Bond.
selects once it enters the field. Greninja is naturally a Water and Dark type, but let's say it uses Dark Pulse, then it becomes a Mono Dark
agree,
type.
JD.
Or if it uses Icy Wind, it then becomes Mono Ice, but then it gets the same type attack bonus. This Pokemon is all about doing damage this week. Stamina Archaludon is also really good into my team because we have a lot of strong
I agree,
physical
Cross.
attackers like Tyranitar, Garchomp, and Gyarados. At this point, Joey actually hasn't seen the special Garchomp tech, so maybe we can catch
This
him
is
by
true.
surprise with
This is
one of
true.
the strategies that we are running this week. But on paper, Stamina does look really good here. So does Stalwart though, and because we have Clefable, I
We're like
totally
3
see
weeks ahead of
Stalwart being
upload,
a
so-
viable ability pick given that Clefable can use Follow Me and redirect away any attacks. Stalwart allows Archaludon to ignore redirection. Archaludon's third ability is Sturdy, which just gives it an invisible focus sash.
God,
We can also
Archaludon
see
has
this
3
because
great
we do have a
abilities,
couple of
man.
ways that we could train our Pokemon to get a one-hit knockout onto Archaludon. But usually you're getting so much value from either of the other abilities that it's just not worth it to run Sturdy instead. As for moves, Archaludon has a signature move called Electro Shot that gives it a +1 boost to its special attack, and then it fires off electric type damage. Usually this move would take a turn to charge and then you attack on the following turn. But if the rain is up or you're holding a Power Herb, there's no charge turn and you can attack right away after getting your +1 special attack boost.
Should've been
There's
21
Body Press
points
that
is
combos
crazy.
well with
20 was the
but
max.
Primarily as a special attacker, you're leaning into the 125 special attack stat with other moves like Flash Cannon and Dragon Pulse.
It's
with
such a
Wiggly
great
Ear
mon,
for some
man.
type attack
Like, they
bonus.
already
Or even coverage from
Gigantamaxed
Dark Pulse
Duraludon,
or
and then they're
Sphere
like, nah,
Meteor
let's make this
Beam.
better.
Archaludon is so flexible though, you could also have it be a physical attacker. It has a pretty respectable attack stat of 105, but most of the physical dragon type attacks aren't super great since they're all weaker or they have a drawback to the special options. Still could have coverage though with things like Stone Edge, Iron Head, Rock Slide, Brick Break, and you can always run a more supportive Archaludon set with Snarl. This Pokemon is very annoying to prep for. Considering this is a closed team sheet open Terra format as well, we have to predict the Archaludon ability correctly before we even enter into the match by building around it. And even then, we still have to deal with the problem of keeping weather control and dealing with this Rhyperior. Male Basculegion is a beast. If you've seen any of the official tournaments with the same competitive rule set of no legendaries and no paradox Pokemon, then you'll have seen this
No, I
Pokemon
saw it,
getting
Duncan.
one-hit knockouts that it has no business of getting, especially into Pokemon that should otherwise resist it with a defensive Grass Terra. There's 2 super viable ways to run this Pokemon Pokemon as well. Either with Swift Swim, so it doubles its speed when Rain is active,
Or
or
Adapt, which has been
Adaptability,
going
which gives
stupid.
the Pokemon an increased same type attack bonus. Swift Swim is pretty classic, because you can invest a bit more into the attack stat of the Pokemon since speed is going to be doubled anyways in the Rain. And with Adaptability, you have the additional damage, so more investment can go into bulk since you can always put a Choice Scarf on it as well to get the speed. If you want to go really all out, you can give it Adaptability and Choice Band, so you're just doing absurd damage. Any combination of those abilities and items just works so well with Basculegion's most powerful moves. Commonly, it runs Wave Crash in last respects to get the same type attack bonus, but it can also
Hey,
run
Glenn, much
Aqua Jet
love.
for priority or Flip.
No, thank you, Glenn. No, they are the exact same, Valken. It's just Greninja's dual type, so yeah, I was about to say that. Lantern basically said it verse. Dude, Adaptability, Liquidation, Last Respect, like Aqua Jet Protect was like the main set I think that was running around that just won. I think Choppa just won with it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's the exact same, fam. It's just that Cinderace happens to be pure fire, so it doesn't change because it's already fire type.
Flip turn to pivot. It doesn't get any amazing coverage moves, but it does get the bites like Ice Fang and Psychic Fangs. Fangs are pretty scary, honestly. All of this gets glued together by Pelipper, which uses its Drizzle ability to come in, set up the rain, and make me sad. But it's tricky, because all of these Pokemon can operate without Pelipper. Pelipper in the rain just makes them stronger. If our Chaladon is Power Herb, then it doesn't need the rain to get an Electro Shot off.
Because Gren is dual type, Valken. Cinderace can change again because it starts as a fire type. If Greninja was water type, it would use it and then it'd be able to change. She broke my team so well. Like, she knew, like, so good.
Off right away. Greninja gets a boost to its water type attacks if it wants, but can still change its type with Protean to get a stab boost to anything else. And Basculegion male with a Choice Scarf is still pretty self-sufficient. We actually even see Basculegion on competitive teams right now without any other rain pieces because Basculegion on its own is so good.
strong.
Pelipper comes in and can set the rain, and then of course go for its standard stuff like Weather Ball, which could also just be used against us in the sand. And it has Tailwind and Wide Guard support. Also Hurricane, which bypasses the accuracy check in rain and has a 30% chance of confusing the target. It would be such a shame if we were just hitting ourselves. Last but not least, let's talk about this Rhyperior and Riolu. Rhyperior
No worries,
is so
though.
physically bulky. It's really slow with a base speed stat of 40, but it makes up for that
This guy's
with an
my
impressive
goat.
amount of attack, HP, and defense. Paired with Riolu, Riolu can have the Prankster durability to coaching priority.
I think she has
and
some
then
options.
Rhyperior is
I
getting
just think I got
even
a really
better
early
with
game.
+1 to attack and defense before it even gets a chance to move or take damage. I expect that this Rhyperior will have Lightning Rod to redirect away electric type attacks since that's the biggest enemy to most of the other Pokemon on Joey's team. But if you wanted to beef up Rhyperior's defenses even more, you
Solid
could use
Rock.
its ability Solid Rock, which reduces the damage taken from
Editing's
super
very
effective moves
good.
by 25%. Reckless would be insane without a Trick Room option, since you do get a chance to do extra damage with moves that cause recoil or crash
Dude.
damage, but then the downside of that is you are taking additional recoil or crash damage since the move is stronger. You would love to move first in a scenario like that, and I think that Joey's team is fast enough on its own merit that you don't need to throw Trick Room into the mix. Both Rhyperior and Riolu can operate as a great duo, so that leaves Joey room to be able to bring something like that Basculegion and Pelipper in the back to clean up from there. And that makes my game really awkward, since I would then feel forced to have to preserve the Tyranitar either by switching it out and then something switching in takes a ton of damage, or at the end of it I could still get slapped by a Basculegion with a Choice Scarf anyway, since it's still going to outspeed me if there's no rain. So yeah, there are a lot of things for me to consider when team building for this week. I'm
Everybody's
pretty
gonna use
confident
Sunny
that these
Day
are
and
the
stuff
6
into me,
Pokemon
but
that
like, it's
Pokeaim will bring
definitely
to
not
our
that
match this
easy.
week. But getting the abilities right is crucial. I really do just have to pick an ability for a Chaladon to build around for this week and hope that we get it right. So for this week, I am
I hope you
banking
didn't let
on
shot
our
right up here in
Chaladon
the
being
field.
stamina with
Stalwart would ignore my own Lightning Rod, so don't worry about that.
Water Shuriken support from Greninja, and that's why we've got Special Tyranitar.
I like
Special
that.
Garchomp worked so well in our week 1 match. I'm hoping that this Special Tyranitar version will do just as good of things.
Yeah, I tested that. I had my Rhyperior out. I also had a Lightning Rod from my opponent. I had both of them out, and I went for Stalwart, and it did not hit either.
As a reminder, my roster on the Shoutcasting Sylveons is Garchomp, Tyranitar, Clefable, Fletchinder, Gyarados,
I
Scyther,
love the
Rotom
reminder
Mow,
that she does, by the
Hitmontop,
way, mid-game.
Houndstone, and Alcremie. We're going to be bringing Tyranitar, Houndstone, Garchomp, Clefable, Rotom Mow, and Scyther. Our specials with Tyranitar is Assault Vest with Snarl, Thunderbolt, Power Gem, and Earth Power.
Special
Earth
was a
Power
cool
will be
bit-
really
burn.
nice into
Like little
Rhyperior and our
Sandville.
Chaladon. Snarl could do super
My
effective
favorite model
damage
was this
into
Scyther.
Basculegion and lower the special attack of our Chaladon and Pelipper. And then Thunderbolt, well,
This
it's a
Houndstone
rain
is
team,
nasty.
so it will be doing a lot hitting the right targets.
I'm about to start
Special
setting up
Tyranitar
rocks.
is mostly to get around stamina our Chaladon and the Rhyperior. The stamina boost on our Chaladon would wall the physical attacks from Tyranitar after getting a certain number of activations, and Rhyperior just has beefy physical defense. We also have Clefable to redirect away attacks with Follow Me, which will give some room for our Garchomp to set up a Sword Stance and then go to town with Dragon Claws and
Vanna
Earthquakes
taunt.
next to
It's
Rotom
Thief,
or
it's Thief,
Scyther.
not taunt.
We do have Protect on 4 of our Pokemon, so that is always an option, so I'm not taking damage from
I've
Side
definitely put,
Earthquake.
like,
Clefable
status
also
moves
has
like that,
speed
though, on
control with
banded
Icy
in
Wind,
Choice
so its ult
Pokemon.
can
I put
hopefully
Taunt
play a
as well.
role and keep it alive to slow things down. Houndstone is nice because with Sandrush we can contend with the natural speed of the Greninja and Basculegion and Rain. If Joey gets Tailwind or has Rain up and Swift Swim is activated on the Basculegion, then obviously this game plan kind of goes out the window. But we could potentially have Fast Yawn in the early game to help slow things down. Shadow Sneak from our Houndstone could do major damage into the Basculegion, and in the end game, we would have Last Respects to just have as an end game sweeping closing option. Rotombo has Eerie Impulse and is trained to be faster than the Archaludon, so we can get a -2 special attack drop onto it before taking any damage. Scyther is Choice Band this week. Scyther gets some really silly KOs with a Choice Band, like a 1-hit knockout onto Archaludon and a 2-hit knockout into Rhyperior with Close Combat.
That's so sick.
Should get a 1-hit knockout into Riolu. Well, 2, I guess, considering the fact that Dual Wing Beat needs 2 hits, but one attack knockout. And then we have Thief for Basculegion. The only huge drawback to this set is that Scyther would usually like to hold an Eviolite so that it has better defenses and can stay on the field for a longer time. That's why our game plan with Scyther is to get it to sacrifice itself for the greater good. Hopefully we're able to trade Scyther for a more valuable knockout onto something like the Archaludon. Sorry. Fun fact, my husband Stefan Mott actually won a regional this season.
Which is so cool.
And Garganacl, and a lot of other cool Pokemon on that team. We had done the draft for the Wolf Draft League before this regional happened, but it's still very cool, and congratulations to him. Oh yeah, and we have a lot of defensive Terras on our team this week. We've got Terra Grass on the Tyranitar and Clefable, and Terra Water on the Garchomp. We really did go all in on the Archaludon hate this week, but like Archaludon is one of the most difficult Pokemon for a CMT
one of the best mons in the draft.
So we have to have a lot of answers to it. But that's the 6, so let's discuss our strategy a little bit. Game 1 game plan is to try to get Garchomp set up next to Clefable.
I love this too, by the way.
Seeing the Archaludon and Greninja on the other side so that Clefable
Like, not only did she talk about the Pokemon and why she brought them, now she's talking about her actual game plans going into the game.
can use Follow Me, redirect away.
Yeah, her husband just won with the
so it's
Scyther.
not activating the stamina boosts on the Archaludon, and that Follow Me will also be redirecting away another attack from the Archaludon itself. Obviously, if the Archaludon is not stamina and it is stalwart and it ignores the redirection, then this game plan completely falls apart. But hopefully, it is not, and we will be able to get this plan off the ground, give Garchomp a Sword Stance boost, and let it go down
the bad
with
guy.
Claw and Earthquake on the subsequent turns. The Pokemon in the back will be Tyranitar, plus whatever I feel like is going to have the best matchup into what will be in the back for Pokeaim.
They seem so cool.
Game. We do have Sandveil on this Garchomp. Maybe that will activate this time. It would be nice with the Sword Stance boost and the Sandveil activating. Maybe our Garchomp can
stop this.
Things. The game 2 game plan kind of depends.
Stop talking
on
about this Sandveil.
1. If the Sword Stance Garchomp play works, then we can run that back in the second game. But if it doesn't, then we might want to consider pivoting to have something like Scyther come in the front and try to get that valuable damage trade of the Scyther for something else. And then make some adjustments on what's in the back based on what I feel like might be counterplay to that particular strategy. A lot is riding on us getting this Archaludon ability correct, and that is reflected in our team building. I'm worried that if I get it wrong, I will not be able to adjust quickly enough on the fly.
It's like 15 minutes and we're watching this at 1.25. I got 2 more. Aaron's is 42 minutes. I'm trying to give them their flower. I don't think we got time for that. Maybe at the end.
So good luck, have fun. Before we get into the match, I want to apologize in advance for the audio balancing while in-game. I really appreciate everybody that pointed out the audio balance problems in the comments.
If you want to see it, go to my video. It's there. It was uploaded 2 days ago.
Of the week 1 video. So I see you. I will be working on it in the future. But unfortunately, this week's match was recorded before week 1 was posted. So I didn't get a chance to see your feedback until it has been too late. We have overlaid subtitles though, so hopefully that is a band-aid to the problem. And again, I apologize. It's time to do... Okay.
Oh.
Game number 1.
This is genetics. Somebody said I got plastic surgery in my video. I was like, what the fuck? I have looked like this since I was kid. Think I get plastic surgery to look like this? I would not get any plastic surgery, to be honest. All my features are me. They're all me. I chewed gum in high school, and this is genetics. Yo, that shit was crazy, though. Bro said... No, that was that one of the... No, there was someone else who said it. Someone said it. That one guy said it funny. Another guy said it really mean. I was like, yo, just call me ugly and fucking move on with it. No, there was somebody else who was... One comment on my channel was really mean. I was like, bro, just fuck off.
Versus Pokeaim. I'm seeing right away he's got the Rhyperior, Basculegion, Pelipper, Archaludon, Greninja, which is all...
Oh my god. She did subtitles for the video because the audio is lower. Yo, you know how rough it is? And look at this. Proper grammar, excuse me. Proper grammar. Greninja, which is all I want.
what I expected to see. Hyperior likely is
I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. If I had to type my stuff, like, oh, you can't even see what I'm fucking typing. Which I expected to see. I probably like, I would definitely not like, I would not make it as perfect as it is. I paraphrase what I'm paraphrasing. That's crazy.
Going to have lightning rod here just to redirect.
This is
away
Nekkra.
those electric type attacks, and then the Greninja and their Chaladon. I'm super expecting the water shuriken, stamina boost, body press stuff. Riolo here is a little interesting.
We will,
Riolo,
Doug.
Of course, knows coaching,
As long as it does
so
good.
it'll be able to help give over some boosts. But it's going to be really important for me to identify the item that it has, and then also
I know from DMs that you're not a gifted typer.
think
No.
still
I can
want-
type. First off, I can type actually very fast and perfectly if I want to. I was a fucking whiz at Mavis Beacon, okay? I just don't, because as long as you understand what I say, I'm happy, right? As long as I get the point gets across, I'm happy. You got to also remember, I grew up on IRC. And IRC, I used to argue on IRC with people, right? And I didn't have a computer that worked, so I went on IRC. Shout out to Drake, who's literally in the chat, who can confirm. I went onto IRC on my Wii, on the Wii internet browser, and I would argue with people with my fucking Wiimote. And you know how fast I had to click? I had to click on IRC. I had to click on that. I had to fucking click all my words as quick as possible, press enter, then scroll back to see what people were saying shit, and then quick, type that shit. Okay? So I learned to shorthand as much as possible. To get my, and that's also why I press enter so much when I type now on Discord too. Because I got to get my point across real quick. I can't sit there for 5 minutes typing up my shit. Because at that point, you arguing with somebody, they already got like 10 lines, and you respond to the first thing. It's a brand new day. Their birthday pass. Like, it's everything.
To start out with my game 1 game plan. I want to go for the setup with the Garchomp. I have the opportunity here to just go follow me on the Clefable, use my Garchomp, sniff out what speed this Basculegion is going to have if it hits the field first. And I can have the Tyranitar in the back as well as the Rotom. The Rotom here,
That's it.
I'm really looking at it to be able to go.
I love these
Fury
subtitles.
Impulse into
What a
the
goat.
Archaladon as well. Let's
This,
just
this layout is really beautiful too.
Storm onto the Rhyperior. I don't want to accidentally give over a Lightning Rod boost. So that's going to be something I have to pay attention to.
I was a kid.
Hopefully we just get this right with the Garchomp lead and we can go from there. If I'm able to get the Swords Dance up in the Garchomp, I'll be able to do some pretty good damage. But with the Clefable as well hitting the field, going for the Follow Me will redirect away all the Water Shurikens that would otherwise want to be able to hit this Archaladon.
I don't care what anyone says, I'm an LA Lakers fan.
Just go for
Why are you coming in here saying that? I don't care what they say either, but I wasn't aware they were saying stuff. Just Wolfie, now we're watching Nekkra. Care what anyone says.
for a Swords Dance. The fact that I don't see the Basculegion here is amazing. I don't want to terrestrialize
I'm
away
joking.
the Garchomp just yet. Because I really don't want to be... I don't want to be susceptible to an Electro Shot.
I get it.
But if it's Stalwart, and I'm wrong since this is close team sheet,
Oh, God.
I do just kind of... Wait, no, I don't. I'm just...
LA Lakers is just based on LA
I don't know.
Lakers.
I'm trying to think, like, if the Archaladon is Stalwart instead, then that's definitely a problem. Sludge Wave! What is this?
Her reaction.
Sludge Wave Greninja actually does so much damage to my Clefable.
Big Protean.
I really hope this isn't Stalwart Archaladon.
Oh my god.
It is Stalwart Archaladon, and I think I instantly
Her reaction is perfect. I feel bad. Her reaction is great though.
lose. That's really good information. I'm going to go ahead and write that down immediately. So it's... Wow. Okay. Stalwart Archaladon. We've got Sludge
Her reaction
Wave
was
on
great, though.
Greninja. That is... a tricky spot. So Clefable didn't get anything done here, and that's not very good.
Yeah.
I think at this point, I really need to make sure that the Tyranitar...
She had to swave stare in the camera, facts.
But the fact that it's Stalwart means I can't actually redirect away the attacks. That was super smart. You can still go for the Sludge Wave here, and obviously this Greninja is much faster. I think... I can't even actually terrestrialize here, can I?
If she Terra Grassed here, because y'all know what I did, right? I just spammed Sludge Wave till I died. If she Terra Grassed here, ooh, were you trying to bluff Water Shuriken stamina? I mean, initially I had Water Shuriken plus stamina on this lead. We just changed it because we can still Sludge Wave next to it. So it just worked out like that.
That means it's not stamina. I'm gonna have to give away that this is Earth Power, though. I do know that.
Rough.
This Greninja is so fast. It's faster than my Clefable. I can't redirect that away. That's a good Greninja, and then I assume Pokémon is gonna end up moving.
It's like scrunched up.
Yeah.
We had low
At least
kick
I
on this
have
Gren too
Health Vest,
originally.
which will definitely help out a lot.
Jeez!
You know what? Our Charlatan actually does take a good amount
There's
of
so
damage
much.
here. My biggest problem is that this Greninja, I'm not sure I actually have a very good way to hit it.
I forgot how much that Earth Power did because I played this like 2 weeks ago.
So, with that in mind, I think maybe what I... So the Snarl's not gonna KO, is it? Like, no way, right? I think I'm just gonna go normal here so my Rotom doesn't just simply...
Yeah, big
die.
Big Caesar got Snarl. That boy looked like
Okay.
He's like
Oh, that actually affects a lot. I think that means that my Scyther game plan is probably okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. The trades would be announced on Tuesday or Wednesday, Lar. We're making a video on it.
Alright. This Archaludon has Protect as well. I would assume it has probably Power Herb and Electro Shot.
Very
Sludge Wave is becoming
good to
very
decent.
annoying. It's very fast. Wow, it gets really close. Special attack though, so maybe that means...
Oh, it does have 95.
Yeah,
Hey,
but it
Trippy,
doesn't
how
have
are you,
Water
fam?
Shuriken. Probably doesn't have Water Shuriken at all.
Do you think?
This
I'm a little
Greninja.
unknown J for you here.
I'm worried more about like the...
Fair.
I probably should have just let my Rotom go. I'm getting a lot of information from this first game, that's for sure.
I'm trying. I was trying not to. I didn't notice Life Orb in the finals, to be fair.
I'm losing it.
If you look down.
Okay, I, for sure, I'm just going to go for another Snarl here, as well as another Volt Switch onto the Pelipper. Pelipper's still going to do a lot. I mean, obviously, with Assault Vest, my Tyranitar will be doing a little bit better, but it's still going to be taking super effective damage.
Yes,
from the
Faye.
ball.
I fought Thunder
That's definitely
Tyranitar
better
for this
now.
week.
I think that I didn't
Several times.
tear up the Tyranitar. Ooh, Trapsization, though, for Joey. I'm gonna Pelipper. You know, I have Volt Switch in his paraground. He's just reading me like crazy. I'm gonna go for Leaf Storm on the next turn, but I have a feeling that it's gonna be
What up,
way
fam?
too late. No Volt Switch. Sad. Flash Cannon again for the Archaludon is just going to knock out my Tyranitar. And I got absolutely cooked this game. I would love to see if this Rotom can do any... Oh, well, I missed it. That's really funny. Is that my out here?
I don't think she has enough to win.
Is my out actually just like...
Pelipper
Is
not hitting me.
not hitting me?
Well, this is a good
No,
turn
I'm
because
after the Pelipper. Let's actually get this.
she finds out on
It's
Focus Sash.
Focus Sash.
I misplayed here. I should have went for Electro Shot. Because it was a guaranteed kill and it would have...
I've got a lot of
And the
information
important part,
here.
it was a guaranteed kill. But the real important part is it adds a kill for our Chaladon for the kill leadership. So I definitely misplayed here and I should have went for Electro Shot. Bad play on my part.
Is Focus Sash. Flash Cannon still actually does a lot, but
How
I'm
can we get to the
don't.
top?
I already ate it. Rotom.
I know. I confirmed it wasn't AV and it had Sword Dance. I did a little thing myself.
Rotom has tried its best. Game number 1 was not great. Game number 2, I hope goes a little bit better. The only 3 Pokemon that I saw Joey reveal were the Greninja and the Archaludon. It
Probably assume I'm
definitely
Basculegion in the
said
back.
Water Shuriken, Stamina, and it was not. So I think heading into this next game, I have to imagine that there is...
Yeah,
might
it still
not be
uses
the
power.
same lead.
Correct.
So
Pelipper
I
did really
kinda
well this
feel
week. I agree.
maybe could have gone for the Garchomp setup.
She brings that, yeah. Yeah, this was
Actually, I kind of wonder if I go Garchomp Scyther and then I go Tyranitar and.
I think you always need T-Tar. I think you always need T-Tar no matter what. Because if otherwise you get run over by my rain. Even if you go Terra Water Garchomp, you just get smoked by
Electric
Electric Shot.
with the Garchomp again, but now this time I also have Scyther next to it. And then I can also switch in the Tyranitar. All right, let's try this. I want to get the setup with the Garchomp. I still think it would be good for the rest of this match. But the fact that I didn't get it and the Garchomp.
Faye, where did you watch the mock? Faye helps me, so I DM all my mock matches to Faye. There's no upload that shows my mock games. Maybe I'll do something like that in the future. I have every single one for this season, so.
Definitely not very good. We've got the Rhyperior on the field now, and that's almost like exactly.
Look at little Riolu. Look at Kajis.
Rhyperior is going to be Terra Grass. That Riolu almost certainly has coaching.
Yep. I literally do post 500 mocks replays.
I am gonna go Sword Stance here, and I think I will go Dual Wing Beat. I should have just got close combat into the Rhyperior.
I think so. Close combat obviously would have got a lot of damage, but I think it would have been pretty bad though, because like I still live and I get a second coaching in the next turn. Because I obviously Rock Slide here. Gas, thank you for the 2 years, fam. That's a long time. I appreciate you.
All right, that defense boost is actually pretty big, but I'll get the Dual Wing Beat. I am going to be locked.
Look at Riolu eating the first one.
I hope here that I can just sort of Earthquake next to my Garchomp. You know, Garchomp next to the Scyther goes for Earthquake. And then, you know, lock down the Rhyperior that way. Rhyperior is still really slow, so it's going to be the slowest thing on the field. Scyther doesn't really like that Rock Slide, so that's not very nice. But I kind of did get at least one KO, which is what I wanted.
Lantern.
Knowing that Rhyperior,
yeah, Rhyperior survives
EQ,
CC 100%.
Terra Grass.
And the thing is, with like that Mongon, like I still had, I think I had Basket Legion in this game, right? I still have Basket Legion with coaching as well, which is still extremely strong too.
I think. Oh.
Even with all the resistances and stuff.
I think I'm just gonna bring Tyranitar in actually and Fossilize. Gab's Legion. I love this.
Shout out to Gabby.
Joey's nicknames are always on point.
Shout out to my subscribers. It would have eaten Terrified CC for sure after coaching.
If the Greninja is Choice Scarf, then this Basket Legion cannot be.
Oh, she's really
which is a good thing.
Scarf.
It means that I should truly be faster with the Garchomp. I think I'll just go for Earthquake here and Terra Grass myself. Oh, this is actually really rough.
Dragon Claw?
Yeah, I think I'll do this. Oh, I can't! I can't because the Rhyperior is going to be Lightning Rod.
No!
I was running out of time, and I totally forgot. Maybe
Appreciate
the
you guys.
Rhyperior isn't Lightning Rod at all, and maybe
It's Solid Rock.
I will not get got by this. That would be amazing. That would be super, super, super amazing. Possibility goes for the Protect anyway, but it's probably Lightning Rod.
That shit did nothing. Give me your...
I'm trying to find out! Yeah, it's Lightning Rod.
She had Power Gem too, which is really cool. Yeah.
That thing is so...
I'm not gonna lie. I was also impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed with that kill
Okay,
too.
that's crazy. I thought maybe that the Garchomp...
I think I calced it too, but I was still impressed.
Rotom can't actually get KO'd. This is not good. I'm still gonna go for the Leaf Storm into the Rhyperior, and I'm still gonna go for Thunderbolt into the Basket Legion. This Basket Legion has Terra Water, so that's always pretty safe.
Oh, does she expect me to switch there? Or does she just do it again?
And I'm doing it again. I am doing it again!
No!
I'm hopeful that, like, you know, the Rotom is gonna knock it out. That would be...
Yes, Nekkra.
But, yeah, he terrestrializes, and I, once again, do the thing that I just did on the last turn.
No! Repair is so good here.
I deserve to lose this game, and I deserve to lose this set. Absolutely not paying attention is the most egregious thing I think I could have done.
That was a crit,
and I
right?
actually still almost get the KO thanks to the critical hit. But I should have never had to bank on that in the first turn. That's really
rough.
Too bad. Not like this Rhyperior, I think, has any sort of special attacks.
Just died too. Repair's so good.
I have a really hard time believing that Tyranitar.
I agree, Tay.
I do have to get rid of this Rhyperior. Just gonna Ice Punch me. I live? It doesn't matter because it survives anyway? That's insane. Yeah, I mean, he's just faster than me. There's nothing I can do. Oh, well. GG's. I hate Rain. Rain is like the bane of my existence.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Nekkra's such a good person.
Truly a sad day. Well, that was bad. Let's watch it again.
Not the black and white emotions music. Not the black and white emotions music. That would be fire too, JD, if I switch. How could this happen to me?
There's a lot to cover in this post-game analysis, but before we get into that, I want to give major props to Pokeaim for how he team built for this week and how he played it out.
Oh, you're very
It
kind.
was so clever in that first game to feign the Stamina Archaludon with the Archaludon and Greninja on the field at the same time. And then I just get absolutely got. The Greninja going for the Sledge Wave was such fast spread damage. Archaludon is immune next to it since it's a Steel type. And then, of course, the reveal of the Stalwart ability instead to ignore the redirection on my Clefable and just get the knockout straight away onto my Garchomp. And then the adjustment in game number 2, amazing. To go to the Rhyperior and the Riolu, it ended up being the perfect duo to have
was so
for that
good,
second
man.
game. And the KO onto the Scyther right away gave Joey
I had
such
some
a
mocks
big lead.
where I was
There
able to just
also a
win with
Basculegion that had a
Basculegion,
clear
Riolu
amulet. Well, I
lead.
didn't get a chance to actually see the
Because I would protect, coach, and then coach again, and get an attack off, and then coach. What would you have done in Nekkra's place this matchup? The first game, I think, if I also assume the same thing, I lose. The second game, definitely attacking with Scyther Garchomp. Could have been a lot closer. I think Houndstone could have been really interesting too, but you would have to really control the weather. I actually liked Houndstone a lot in this game. I fought a lot of banded Terra Ghost ones.
your amulet activated in the game. It's
What
a
about-
really cool tech to have on the team in preparation for there being something like an Intimidate Gyarados. So GG's to Pokeaim, thank you so much for the set and for giving me a lot to think about for this post-game analysis. And before we get into the constructive feedback,
Thank you, Crosshair.
was
I didn't
happy
trade
that
them
got
away
the
at
6
all.
otherwise correct that would be brought to the match this week. And
Just Wolf
I
and
was
Nekkra.
able to predict what would happen next as soon as I saw it play out on the field. I just couldn't stop it. Yeah, where do I begin? Game 1, I was actually really happy with my leads. If the Archaludon was Stamina, then
No,
we get
she
our
did
Sword
fine
Stance
if it was
boost,
100%.
Tyranitar gets to come in, set the sand, and then we do have strong Dragon Claws as an option for the subsequent turns. Unfortunately, we got God, and we lost the gamble on the ability and kind of just lost on the spot. Even if we get to keep the Sword Stance boost, because let's say we Terrasilize the Garchomp on turn 1 and we don't drop to that Dragon Pulse from our Chaludon, on turn 2, I now know that the Greninja has Icy Wind. It could just get an Icy Wind speed drop onto my Garchomp, then the Archaludon is faster, and it's threatening a KO with a super effective Electro Shot.
Yeah, so that's not
Clefable
options,
can't
obviously.
redirect that, so the game is still really hard. But we did our best to extend the game and get as much information
Like,
as
I technically
possible.
could have
Rotom
just
is
let
also
off
a
with-
bad Pokemon to have in the back for that game 1. It probably should have been Houndstone.
I technically could have, yeah, exactly. I think Houndstone. I technically could have let off a Gren or Chaludon again into Scyther plus that, get the Icy Wind off, and then just killed Scyther because I already know it was. I already knew it was Life Orb Dragon Claw at that point, right? Not Scale Shot. No, I didn't know. It just died. But still, I think Icy Wind, because she might not have Terrored, and then I just kill Scyther first.
Rotom was really there as a lead
didn't
in
know,
order to get
Dragon
those
Claw
great
was Scale
impulse
Shot, though.
drops, which would have forced some switches or at least neutralized a lot of
We
damage
watched
so
Wolfie's
that we're starting to
perspective
get
because we watched
positive
James
damage
last
traits.
week's.
Game
So
2, I
I'm
made
going
a
back and forth
decision
between
to switch my
basically,
leads
obviously, Wolfie. We watched Wolfie's last week too, but I'm going back and forth every week between who I watch. So we didn't watch Nekkra's perspective last week. We didn't watch Mount's perspective last week. We didn't watch Aaron's perspective last week. No one did. So it's up now, obviously. So I'm going back and forth every week, so everybody gets their flowers.
Theory, I still really like
It could have crossed. I just didn't like. I didn't want to miss, you know.
that. Both Garchomp and Scyther put on a lot of offensive pressure.
I just kept going for
and
Sludge Wave.
Garchomp doesn't really
It might have
need a
actually
Sword
lived, to be
Stance
honest.
in order
Not
to do
stab.
damage. If Joey had gone for the same leads, then I do have the Scyther to threaten a one-hit knockout into the Archaludon, and I Terrasilize the Garchomp so it can survive and fight back against that Greninja as well. Instead, we see the Rhyperior and the Riolu, and I still think it is correct to have gone for the knockout into the Riolu. It's kind of a double-edged sword, though, because on the one hand,
He did. He
you
was
don't
just
want the
traveling.
Riolu to have extended turns in this game since it can just continue to give over coaching boosts, but on the other hand, this Rhyperior is a huge threat now. It is at +1 attack and +1 defense from the coaching boost that it had received, and we just have to get damage onto it.
We're all
That
on week
first turn
4
was
now.
still super tricky because the threat of the Rhyperior terrestrializing made that first turn even more coin flippy. If Rhyperior terrestrializes, I get the KO onto the Riolu, and if
No, he didn't not upload because he lost versus Uzi. He gave Uzi so many flowers in that game too. Yeah, I have a nickname for everybody. He gave Uzi all his flowers as well. It's just he was literally traveling and he just didn't upload his video. This week he's back. He's traveling again now, Monday to Wednesday. His job requires him to travel so much. It's kind of crazy.
Scyther survives to the next turn, then Dual Wing Beat is going to be doing meaningful damage to the Rhyperior that is now a grass type. Dual Wing Beat actually is a guaranteed KO onto Rhyperior without a defense boost. With one, it's still going to be doing somewhere between 70 to 80% damage, and I'm able to follow up with an attack from the Garchomp to
And
knock
kill
it
me.
out.
Yeah.
The Rhyperior ends up not terrestrializing until way later into the game, so it does look like a missed opportunity for me to get a KO with close combat. If Scyther had terrestrialized, it also survives the Rock Slide, and Terra Fighting Close Combat is a guaranteed one-hit
It'd be a
knockout
crazy
onto
game.
Rhyperior without a defense boost. Let's say I did go for the Terra Fighting Close Combat play on turn 1
Oh,
into
good.
the Rhyperior, and it does terrestrialize. In that scenario, this close combat is not doing nearly enough for additional damage from Garchomp to pick up a KO. So both the Rhyperior and the Riolu would survive, and another coaching boost, another rock slide, or whatever other damage this Rhyperior is throwing out, and I probably get double KO'd. Even if I do get the KO onto the Rhyperior in any of the above scenarios, the Riolu is still alive. And I now know that it also had access to Rain Dance.
Yep.
So Rhyperior goes down, Basculegion comes in, and then
Rain
Riolu
Dance.
has priority to go for either a coaching boost onto this Basculegion or
Oh,
Rain
Rain
Dance
Dance,
to
yeah.
get Rain set up with Swift Swim.
I could also protect with
And
slow
then
sweep.
the game is still pretty hard. I had a bit of a chance heading into turn 2 of game 2 because removing the Riolu was really big, but losing the Scyther made the board state super awkward, and,
'Cause he
and
couldn't-
then there
'cause
was
she couldn't
lightning.
EQ.
There was Lightning Rod. Yep. If I wanted to have a chance to get
And
back into the
Lightning Rod.
game, I needed to take a risk that Rhyperior was not Lightning Rod, and I got it wrong. And then yes,
I
I
get it.
know that I used Thunderbolt again, and that was a mistake. There isn't anything that's gonna redeem that. After turn 1 went as poorly as it did, I just threw all my critical thinking out the window. I had a good feeling I was gonna lose.
Uzi
It
has
is
been doing well.
okay though. I'm so honored that I got a chance to play against one of the GOATs, and I still learned a lot from this match that I'm going to continue to take into future weeks. Drafting is hard. You have to plan around a very particular 6 Pokemon, and if something goes awry, that can really
I don't think it's
mess
as
up the game
one-sided,
plans that
Reaper.
you
I think it's pretty
formulated for the
even,
week.
but
I just need to
I
get
just think
better
my
at
stuff
thinking on
worked
my
out.
feet and making the most out of a tough situation. Only way to do that though is to get practice. So
True.
GG's once again to Joey. Please make sure that you're
Good
checking
game,
out
Nekkra.
his content on his channels, as well as the content for all of the other amazing competitors that we have in the Wolfie Draft League. And thank you all so much for continuing to support mine as we continue through the regular season. Next
Potentially cross. What up,
week,
Nolan?
we play against Aaron Cybertron Zhang, one of my co-casters in the official Pokemon circuit, and someone that I have some history with when it comes to these special content sets. So it should be an unforgettable showdown.
Excited.
See you next week.
All right, good game. Now let's watch my boy Mount. Now we did talk about this matchup into Uzi, and this matchup was it was a tough one. I have no idea how they beat Typhlosion. I have no idea. But yeah, it's basically because the games are really shoot. Mount always look good though. That's my guy. I'm excited to see what happens.
WDL, Wolfie Draft League. I am Mount. Today, I'm going up against the Uzi Gunner and the Thunderclap Titans.
Hey, Bendito, how are you, buddy?
Uzi is a good buddy of mine, actually. We've been helping each other
Yeah,
with
that's his
like,
home.
mock
It's a great
battles
background.
for probably over a year at this point. We bonded over a love of Terra
Why,
Watch
Diamond?
and the rest is history. But we've never actually battled
awesome.
in a real Draft League game. So
My boy.
this is a bit of a first. It'll be doubles though, so I mean we're both primarily singles players, which adds an interesting element to this. I think he's actually kind of in a similar position to me in SPL, where he joined this league with like no doubles experience to
I
his
agree,
name, and then I mean he's already off to a really good start. He beat Aaron Cybertron Zhang in week 1, so draft is draft, as they say, and Uzi's
Draft is
very good at
draft.
draft. So
Draft is draft.
Cannot underestimate this man. Especially because matchup-wise, I kind of hate it.
Yeah, it's very bad.
I can pretty confidently say this is the worst performance I've had in like mock battles coming up to a battle ever.
No, I
won maybe like 30% of my battles, where usually it's like the reverse.
about it, buddy.
His team just is really hard to. It's hard for my team at least to account for everything.
I agree.
And like the thing
That's
is,
what I
think
feel
he's
right
bringing
now
every
versus
single mon
Aaron.
in this game.
I
I saw
understand.
every single mon in my mocks, And his offense just goes so crazy if I can't get like Trick Room up, or if I can't KO enough guys while Trick Room is up for it to matter. Like if you can stall it out, it's problematic for me. I am gonna bring like Tailwind mode as well, so I can pivot if I need to. So yeah, we'll see. But he just has really good tools here. So it's gonna be tricky, I think. But I'm gonna do my goddamn best. So let's just get into my team.
Hey, Saf, how are you, my friend?
We have Blaziken, Terrifier, Focus Sash. This spawn is the most standard EV set imaginable. I actually need to be max speed to speed tag Gallade, potentially.
Makes sense.
And then I just wanted max attack, so there you have it. Didn't really need fighting coverage into his team, so just went double fire move. Blaze Kick's nice.
Whimsigod's perfect for him, man.
Attacked. Flare Blitz is good otherwise. Terrifier. Knockoff's good for Dragapult and Typhlosion. And there you have it. Next, we have Raichu. And I went back and forth a lot on this Raichu. Many different
That's physical
iterations.
Raichu.
I basically wanted a mon that would be able to get Trick Room up always when paired beside Oranguru.
Oh, I'm in his
Big Ed's
way. I
good for
didn't
that,
realize I'm in his way.
But if he has Cobra Cloak, it could be problematic. Really, only if he has like Imprisoned Delayed, could be bad.
It's like he's talking to me.
So I had a different plan in mind, basically.
What was
but I had to do some item reshuffling,
That
and at the
sucks.
risk of like revealing too much prep out of a potential playoff match, because you never know.
Makes sense.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. But
Yeah.
Raichu, I've probably already said too much. Raichu is
You good, you good.
in a very offensive variant this week. He has enough speed for just enough speed for timid Typhlosion, and the rest in attack with adamant nature, and fake out into Volt Tackle with Magnet.
Much love,
actually
Saf. Appreciate
KO Gallade. So that will hopefully get around any imprisoned shenanigans, is what I'm trying to say. And then Terra Fairy with Play Rough is pretty good into his team, I think. There's going to be a bit of a theme with that. Next one is Ursa Luna,
Terra Fairy
Blood
is good
Moon
in
version.
That's
Assault
Terra Fairy
Vest,
Ursa.
with Terra Fairy Moonblast and lots of Spit F. Enough Spit F to take a...
-2.
Well, it was for
Shadow Ball.
2 like modest specs
That works too.
Terrifier eruptions from what's his name after like with light screen factored in, because I'm anticipating Illumise being in the mix here.
Illumise.
Who has light screen, and but it also is just enough Spit F for like fake tears plus Heat Wave, you know, in case he's worried about like taking damage and doesn't want to go for eruption, so he just goes for Heat Wave plus fake tears. You know, it's a thing. Yeah, it's kind of helpful in that regard, guys. So Blood Moon is just here to take hits and do lots of damage. And Terra Fairy is pretty good into his team. Next we have Big Raj.
Copper Raj
Raja
looks
is
sick
probably
here.
my best attacker in this game. I give the Life Orb. Life Orb plus Sheer Force is really good for the first 3 moves, and it's actually required to get the Oko on Araquanid with Supercell Slam.
New sub coming from Shady Penguin Wolfie fan, trying to support all participants. One love. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much. Love Shady.
So I was having some trouble in Mox with like Rock Slide being encored and like what's it called? Wide Guard happening a lot. Wide Guard, you guys hear about this move? Wide Guard, insane. So Supercell Slam, how about that instead? It Okos Araquanid if he's max HP and no defense. So that's the plan there. Carparajah looks pretty fucking good in this game. Terra Fairy play rep as well, you know, of course. Oranguru, lots of Spit F to take eruption stuff. Terra Rock in case he's like Toxtricity plus eruption.
Look at this
So I can
support guy,
use both of
man.
those
Yeah,
hits
you need like
if he's
4
going for
mental
Boom
herbs on
Burst,
this
right?
guy.
Trick Room Instruct after you Encore. No attacks, but I am rocking Mental Herb, which is good because he could have like Taunt on Whimsicott or something. And yeah, after you specifically on the set, because if Raichu is still alive and I get Trick Room up, I can potentially go for a huge like Volt Tackle on something that he might not expect. Because the way after you works is if Oranguru chooses Raichu with after you, Raichu moves next in the order, so if I'm facing down some slower guys like Typhlosion or Toxtricity, I can actually get the jump on them in Trick Room thanks to after you, so that can be pretty helpful. And then lastly we have
Hey, that's awesome, Cross.
Struggle Bug, Encore Tail and Light Screen with Akaberry.
He put the wrong way. It happens.
Typhlosion hits, and yeah, Tailwind mode to in case he
So light screen, you eat the eruption, which is sick.
does figure out a way to get around
Dark
Trick
for the
Room,
Encore.
I have an option. I have a different option, and that's the other option. All right. Thanks for watching. Okay,
Battle
we have his
time.
Terra types. He's got Dragon, Dragapult, not surprised.
There's the double ghost.
Grass Gallade, Water Araquanid.
Fire
I think we
Typhlosion.
said Water Whimsicott, Dragon, Malamar, and Fire Typhlosion. Okay,
Makes a lot of sense.
so we're gonna try the Trick Room mode here, and we're gonna go from there, guys. He brought Malamar. Oh, he didn't bring Toxtricity, which is good. That guy was pretty scary. Malamar is also tough to fight. Who'd he also not bring? Not seeing... Actually, Gliscor was really annoying, and so was Berserker and Skiploom. Literally all his guys were really annoying, so not seeing those guys, thumbs up
Yo, what up?
to that.
Typhlosion's very scary though.
Malamar's interesting. But, yeah. Toxtricity sucks if I get Trick Room up, but if I don't get Trick Room up, it's pretty fucking good, so... Yeah. Anyway, good luck and fun to Uzi. Did I mention that? And he's got a scary team. Our first doubles game. Our first game ever, actually. Okay. This was an expected lead.
I mean, Rattata, Miltank.
Oran Guru should take... He found the magnet. He found the mental herb. Okay.
I like the
So
way
I'm
he
thinking
described that. He found
His
them.
options are Tailwind, Eruption, or Fake Tears plus Heat Wave. Or he could be Fake Tears plus Eruption if he's Scarf, which would be bad, but I think I'd take that. If he's Scarf and not Specs.
Tough turn.
Either way, I think I want to just try and fake this guy out, honestly, and Trick Room. If
okay.
Lieutenant Surge goes down.
So he's trying to call the Terrifier, which honestly is not a terrible call. Because Uzi could literally win the game right here with Terrifying. I get it.
It's actually fine,
It's a really bad matchup though.
because I don't want him in Trick Room anyway. Okay. Yeah, we tried. He does go for Fake Tears. Oh, if he goes for Eruption here, I might be fucked.
Oh my god.
He really did that? Oh my god, I live.
Okay, it lives though. Big.
I'm surprised, because I mean, maybe he's Scarf. That was a lot of damage, though. Okay.
Bro, live.
We gotta check some calcs here. Can Scarf do that much?
Big low roll. Damn.
He might be,
Music in the background is beautiful, by the way.
like Modest Charcoal or something. I have to go DJ Premier, I think. So we got DJ Premier and Guru. If you know, you know. And then I'm just gonna Rock Slide twice. With, After You.
After you, plus Rock Slide.
One of them should kill, so I just have to hit one. Alright. I'm doing, sorry.
Instruct.
Oh my
He
God,
means
I almost did that
instruct.
for you. Instruct.
Yeah, he means instruct. Terra Water to resist
He's going
Heavy
for
Slam.
Terra,
Ooh, are we gonna
Whimsicott.
see a reverse Trick Room here? I've done
Does
this
he
play.
live this? He might live. He's Protect. So I think he must be like Charcoal.
Reverse Trick Room.
Whimsicott.
Next year, Aqua, yeah.
Terras to get around. Oh, damn it. That's okay, actually.
It has to be Cobra Club, right?
'Cause I still have, like, what, 3 turns of Trick Room now? Featuring
Maybe not.
Blood, Goddamn Moon, Ursa Luna. Oh, he reversed it. Ooh.
Rough. What up, John? We still got another game
Good
after
play. This is tricky.
this. Do you live even if you Terra? You gotta go for it. I think if...
Typhlosion, if he's just like Charcoal versus Terra Raja, I should live. Oh lord. I think it's all I can do, quite honestly, to not like die.
Attempt to Trick Room again makes sense, yeah?
Yeah, shit. So he's not Scarf. If I just attacked him with Raichu there, Eruption would have done 0. But
Yeah.
I guess he was willing to risk it.
Fire call, to be honest, it worked. You got 3 games,
Yeah.
so you can make
Okay.
plays like that.
Turns out he smoked me here.
Oh, and he crit the Guru. Oh no, he crit the Romo. You just permitted. It just died. He must be modest.
That's not good.
Which makes sense. It's faster
Am I
than
getting
Blazing.
no kills here, potentially? That's not good for the diff.
That is not good for the diff. We did talk about this, like when we talked about the pick'ems. You said this is one of the toughest matchups ever.
Let's try and get a kill. Let's get one kill, please. Okay, how am I going to adjust? I think if I led the same way and just didn't fake out,
Yeah, because this single target
would
eruption
have-
about to do some damage.
probably won this game.
He gets one for the diff.
Potentially. Would have been in a way better spot, at least.
Definitely would have been a better spot.
Okay, well, we got a kill. Okay, he doesn't know I'm AV.
Look at the music change. That's
That's what I was saying.
Two
This
haven't even
team
seen
has so
my
many
own
options
rest.
against me. And probably against all. But
I feel that, Bonds.
now that I know
This is
he's
my
not
first time
Spark,
watching
though,
everything, too.
He cannot pull that again. He would have to tailwind
We're watching Shady Penguin next, actually. It's the next game.
if he wants to. Like, he would have to tailwind, right?
He's putting the music to lock in. You about to fight Lance.
There's no way he goes for Eruption again. Now, the problem is, though, that was a good... I did not really think about Trick Room Whimsicott. That actually destroyed me.
I
That was a
really like
good
this in
prank.
between, by the way, because it gives you so much more time to think. You can
Let
take
me
as
look
much time as you
at,
want here,
the
technically.
Paparaja calc here. Can I just Oko with Play Rough, maybe? Next time?
My friend Malamar.
Looks like he's
Clock?
like specially defensive, actually.
I forgot when we recorded that, man. That was
Based
a
on
while
how much
back.
Rock Slide was doing. So there's a really good shot at Play Rough
Hey.
killing, if that's the case. If I find myself in this situation again. Do
Because
I want
he-
to go for Trick Room again?
He wasn't changing. He wasn't putting the brakes in. I'm doing well. I knew I wasn't going crazy.
I do think it can work.
I was thinking about that question the whole time.
And I will have a hard time like out offensing his like speedy style.
Alright,
I know
try
how to
again.
adapt. I'm just gonna do it.
Uzi might bring
This
Trick Room
is, I
mode,
think,
though.
my best mode here.
I get it.
I could also try faking out Whimsicott. But I imagine you'd be covert
Malamar's pretty
cloak,
cool.
right? I could also Terra
love
Rock
Chip.
on Oranguru.
It's awesome.
I don't think that actually helps. This only goes awry if
It's a big word. Awry.
if he like gets the roll on -2 Oranguru and tries the exact same strategy, even though I can obviously outspeed with Raichu and damage him to the point where Eruption does nothing. He doesn't know my set on Raichu, but even any damage at all would make Heat Wave a preferable move, I think.
Oh,
Hey. Eh.
the reverse Trick Roomers. This is actually really good into Trick Room.
I think I can go Fake a Gallade, Casey's prison. We're just gonna learn if he's honestly if he's Covert Cloak, I might be in big troubles. But
This is Ken theme.
and if he reverses Trick Room, I'll just kill him after with Volt Tackle. Like it's not the end of the world. One thing about Terra Dragon Gallade or other guy is he's always weak to Fairy, no matter what.
Enjoy
What is
it,
that?
Bonds.
Oh, Chill On? Wow, okay.
All right, little chill on spoiler. Jeez.
Oh, can you chill with the damage? Now. I think I can just after you.
Raichu.
If he has another Trick Room,
If Malamar
Here, I'm
reverse
in
Trick Rooms
trouble,
here, it could
right?
be crazy though. But also Araquanid
let
is
him
very
win.
good in this game too.
if he
so,
goes
like,
for Trick Room again. Okay, think for a second, please. After you Volt Tackle will kill this guy. I do want that. And that could be a Trick Room mon.
Nah, it wasn't Turgos.
So let's do that.
It was for the Blood Moon. In general though. Took
We
the
could've
kind
just took
off
the
here,
kind
such a
off,
nice
right?
thing.
Oh, wait,
Oof.
what? Oh,
Captain Roll?
dude. Fuck my life. Don't be Trick Room. Don't be Trick Room. No.
Oh, it's Joe. You just killed
Oh
the
my
Trick Room
God.
setter.
Does my team suck?
Oh,
It's possible, guys.
don't say that.
Okay.
Don't
Fake out
say
into Volt
that.
Tackle was always supposed to kill, but I didn't anticipate Chillon Berry. You
Fuck,
see?
dude.
Do you see?
He said this
So-
my team sucked.
Yeah.
I've always had a
I
green
see
screen.
the
I just
error
don't
of my
use it.
ways.
I used to use it like when I first moved.
Turns out opponents can just
I'm just using it for this, so I'm not in the
reset
way.
Trick Room if they want.
Yeah.
Doubles is a mysterious thing. Okay. I guess I'll go into this guy. And, I can maybe just vacuum wave third angle and, try my friggin' best. Hopefully he attacks the bear instead of Oranguru. Maybe he's not anticipating, maybe he goes for the kill with Gallade.
Trick Room's
on the
definitely
bear,
tough, man, in
or on
draft.
Oranguru, and then attacks me with superpower on Malamar into the bear. This is the only hope I have. Quite the
Raichu would be insane if it had light ball,
reality
for
check
sure.
here. Maybe Trick Room is not as good
I feel
as
that,
I
Robert.
thought, as someone who has never really used it in doubles context. Okay, we got a kill.
So he's learning. He does make some changes.
Please go for the bear. Okay.
No Trick Room for you, yep.
Fuck, man. I think it's already over. Well played to Uzi. As many different ways as I lost in mock battles, no one brought
Reverse Trick Room.
just like Trick Room to turn off Trick Room. Which is funny and sad for me.
That's rough, buddy. Dude, this superpower about to blow up Kaparaja too.
Okay. Moonblast. Is there any chance
No,
of,
there's
like,
one more week of
building
trades
or
after
doing
this week, and that's it.
anything?
So going into week 3, we made
Anything
trades,
at
and then at
Maybe
the end
just,
of
like,
week
negative
3,
speed.
you're allowed to make like their final trades for the
Wait, did I
season.
have speed? Oh, I don't know if I have speed yet due to the priority of it all.
It's fun, fam.
I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, Shadow Blow makes sense. Oh my god, fuck.
Big
Like
grid.
Light Orb? Yeah.
This is week 2. It's
Damn.
It's 7 weeks. Correct, Bonds. Yes.
This is my worst double
They
game
said-
ever.
Damn. You get a kill here, but then
Okay. Wait, is it
once in a while.
maybe not over? I am AV Super Spit F. If he has like Whimsicott last,
Crydons, but sometimes
if he has
usually I use
Whimsicott last
mine, and
no
I
attacking
have
move,
people that use the
I can
others.
win.
Big spiders here.
Uh oh. Never mind.
That guy was ready to
that
do
good?
damage. Big spider does way too much. He said Psyduck. No.
Just take the kills where I can, I guess.
Helping his dip. Helping his dip.
I might have to beat this guy if he's like Trick Room guy. And then I can maybe kill Faults. Help the dip a little bit.
Alright, so
Damn,
he
I
does
got
get one
smoked.
more kill. I don't think liquidation will
fucking
kill
sucks.
unless you're like super strong, like
It's gonna be hard
banded.
back.
But I'm pretty sure it's AV in this build. You should be
in
anyway.
this league. I don't think I've ever been 0-2 before
Oof.
in a draft league. Damn. What does this feel?
He said, "Damn,
maybe
what is this
Crit Blood
feeling?"
Moon can do it.
That is 0.
He's AV for sure.
Super AV.
GG Uzi. This was a good lesson though. I honestly just like didn't really consider
Week 4.
like turning off Trick Room. It sounds stupid. It sounds stupid that I didn't really consider it, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, this is good. Uzi taught him a lesson week 2.
And it makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna have to reevaluate and come back hopefully stronger. But yeah, geez guys, thanks for watching.
Week and a half early.
Sorry to the Mountain Knights out there for this performance. I wonder how it would have gone if I led with the Illumise Ursaluna
Tailwind combo.
against the second team.
When is Pedro returning with edited intros?
Fair.
Not anytime
I don't
soon
even
at
know.
all. Not
Maybe
anytime
I
this
could've,
year.
like tailwinded and gotten a nice
Honestly, I don't even know if next year.
Moonblast KO off rip. Yeah, he was really smart to bring the double Trick Room just to turn off mine. Anyway,
That's a good call.
what can I say? Good game, and
If I wanted to, Andrew, yeah.
Wolf Blick, definitely gonna win that one. So at least I'll be 1 and 2 after week 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.
He said next week I got Wolf Glick, so I'm definitely gonna win that one. At least I'll be 1 and 2. That's my guy Mount, man. Good game. I think that was his roughest matchup though in general. Bro said, yeah, I'm gonna win that one. Don't worry. I got this one. I'm excited. He does make some team changes, so we'll definitely talk about that one during this week. All right, last battle of the week. Shady Penguin versus Aaron Cybertron Zen. We watched Shady last week. And there was no Aaron last week, so we're watching it. He does.
Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and welcome back to week 2 of the Wolf Draft League. This is a VGC draft league featuring 8 prominent content creators and players across VGC as well as draft, hosted by none other than Wolf Glick himself. My name is Cybertron, coach of the Melbourne Road Toms, and this week we are taking on Shady Penguin,
How you
coach
doing,
of
Cal?
the New York Yankees. I'm really excited to go up against Shady because he is one of my primary YouTube inspirations, and I credit a lot of my success on YouTube early on and a lot of VGC success around 2015 to Shady. Shady was where the Road to Rank idea originated. He had his own Road to Rank series, and I drew a lot of inspiration watching him and seeing him make that.
goat.
And Shady was, I think, one of the first big Pokemon content creators on YouTube to pay a lot of interest in VGC. He ended up commentating the US National Championships and the World Championships in 2015 as well for Pokemon, and it's just really cool to see him dip his toes in VGC and get back into it all these years later. Also, before we get started, I just wanted to share a quick story and interaction that I had with Shady that I think really speaks to his character because it is a moment that genuinely changed my life. In 2015, I was a competitor at US Nationals. Shady was a commentator, like I mentioned, and we ended up getting dinner with a couple of other friends after the tournament was over. I was still in high school at the time, where I had just graduated high school, so didn't have a lot of money to my name, and we went to this nice steakhouse, and I just got in top 4 at the tournament, so I was like, okay, I won some money, you know, I can afford to pay for this meal, but when the check came around, Shady put his credit card down and paid for all of us, and didn't even blink. And it was such a meaningful gesture to me, especially at that time when I was like, oh, like every dollar really matters, and so I felt so touched by it. I'm not sure if he even remembers that story, but like here I am recounting it 10 years later, because it really genuinely changed my life. And I was like, wow, like the fact that he is, you know, kind enough to do something like this and, you know, share this experience for all of us it genuinely like touched me so much. And so I think Shady has genuinely been one of the best people I've met on YouTube. And
he's amazing.
You know, I haven't actually kept in touch with him very much throughout the years. And so to be able to like reconnect with him in this league and then be able to go up against him makes me really excited in particular. So yeah, as always, I'll do a quick breakdown of the matchup and the team I'm bringing this week, but if you want to just get to the battles, timestamps are down below. So thanks so much as always for joining me.
We'll watch the whole thing because that's what we've been doing this whole
week.
week.
The video or subscribing to the channel, it really helps out a ton, and let's get started. Quick recap of the standings, by the way, heading into week 2. We just finished the first week of the league, and there are 7 weeks in the regular season. So currently, Shady and I are both at 0-1, looking to bounce back. Shady lost to Nekkra in week 1, 1-2, and I lost to Uzi 1-2. So if you haven't seen week 1, I'll link that video in the description below. One of the other things to note is that tiebreakers do favor you for winning a set 2-0 versus 2-1, and if you lose a set 1-2, that's more favorable than losing 0-2. The overall goal, of course, should be to just win the set, but that's something to keep in mind as well. And week 1 was crazy because every set was actually 2-1, which is nuts. But these standings will definitely shift a lot. It's very easy to move up a lot or move down a lot with just 1 win or 1 loss. And so most important thing really is to just try to keep winning the games that you have in front of you. But of course, as we get to the latter weeks, it should be exciting as we see which teams are making a push for the playoffs. So breaking down this week's matchup against Shady, I think there are a couple of things to call out immediately from his team. You've got 2, in my eyes, main modes in Trick Room as well as Tailwind. And Trick Room is kind of the obvious mode if you look at his composition, where you've got things like Indy Armrouge as a lead combination. You could also go Scrafty Armrouge or Fungus Armrouge, set up Trick Room, and then bring Ursaluna out under Trick Room. Ursaluna, I actually had in my previous VGC draft league in the SPL, and I think it's a really interesting Pokemon in the sense that you don't have to get too creative with it. It just does a lot of damage, fundamentally, with its best moves in attacks like Headlong Rush, Earthquake, and Facade, for example. That being said, there are obviously a lot of different ways that you can train it, whether it be you just going max HP, max attack, or even having some speed investment to take advantage of the potential Tailwind here from Drift. So all of those are things that we have to consider, right? But I think the Trick Room modes are very scary, and so I definitely want to be prepared for that, especially all of the leads that I mentioned in the Indy Armrouge, Scrafty Armrouge, as well as Fungus Armrouge. I think those are, some of Shady's strongest options. There's also the Tailwind route that we have to respect, right? So if you go Indy plus Drifblim, obviously the Drifblim here can set up Tailwind, right? Psychic Seed activates on the Drifblim, on Burden activates, you get a fast Tailwind up, and then you can get Ursaluna out or Armrouge out or Hisuian Braviary out under Trick Room. I think the main offensive threats to worry about in this matchup are going to be Ursaluna, Armrouge, and Braviary. Scrafty also can be pretty scary depending on what it's up against, and so those I think are like the main things that we have to watch out for. Definitely want to show respect to the Orthworm as well because it has an incredible.
There's another match that looks really good for
our
Aaron.
team leans a little bit more heavily on physical.
I don't think it's as heavy.
The other
Or
thing
as
to
high
consider
as
is what are
Uzi
the
into
obvious
Mount, though.
Dondozo Tatsugiri counters that Shady has. I think there are a couple. You've got Fungus here, which can clear Smog Spore and Rage Powder, right? It's like a budget of Mungus. You've got Armarouge here, which also can clear Smog. You've got Scrafty for Intimidate, and then you've got Will-O-Wisp both from the Houndoom as well as the Drifloon. I think Drifloon in particular we have to worry about because it gets access to a lot of different good moves that can be used against Dondozo, right? So you've got the Will-O-Wisp, but you've also got the Strength Sap, and so the combination of those can just make Dondozo really useless, right? If I combine with Tatsugiri. So, the main thing about being the Dozo player in the league is you have to consider all the counterplay to it, and then see if you can counter the counterplay, and if not, maybe just consider not bringing the combination, right? That being said, I actually think there's a fair bit that can be done in team building to circumvent most of what I just talked about, and so I actually think Dozo Tatsu is still fundamentally a pretty solid duo in this one. I just have to make sure I cover for those things that I mentioned. Otherwise, I actually think Weezing's incredible in this matchup because of its ability to shut down abilities.
Man.
Now, Shady can run an ability shield on something on his team, right? You can run it on Scrafty to get it Intimidate off into Weezing slacking. You can run it on Indy to set up Psychic Terrain. But if you're running ability shield, that means you give up another item, and only one Pokemon can have it. And I think so many Pokemon here need their abilities to be like super, super strong, right? Like shutting down Intimidate, Psychic Terrain, as well as Guts from all of these is pretty awesome. And the Unburden from Drifloon, right? And so, sure, you can have ability shield on one of the Pokemon, but then the other Pokemon still can't really get their abilities unless they KO the Weezing. So I think Weezing is awesome from that standpoint.
And also obviously
slacking a little bit more. Slacking looks really powerful in this match.
I remember where that's from.
Dozo Tatsu, I think, if set up properly,
so
and
sick.
if we can avoid the counters or try to have ways in team building to beat those counters, can be really powerful. Golden Go is interesting because it's actually not that great, in my opinion, into something like Indy Armarouge lead, where you can follow me the Shadow Ball away and then make it rain doesn't do a lot into Armarouge, right? And Indy can, of course, run Psychic Seed as well. And so I think Golden Go is still good in this matchup and should be brought, especially because we want special damage to threat an Earthworm, for example, and don't want to lean entirely on physical damage. But I think Golden Go isn't like a Pokemon that I can just bring and like win the game with as a lead Pokemon in this matchup. But I still like it. He did play more solo Dozo. So that leaves just a couple of Pokemon left for the final slot between Yama, Dugtrio, Toadschool, and Murkrow. Murkrow's actually really cool here. Like, I don't necessarily need to set up Tailwind with it. I can Snarl. I feel like what I learned from last week is I got too fancy with my Murkrow set. I dropped Tailwind against what I thought was not going to be a Tailwind setup from Uzi. He went with like kind of the obvious team composition, and dropping Tailwind actually cost me pretty significantly. So I could still bring Murkrow with Tailwind to cover for Drifloon and Tailwind on this end. Yama can be brought for a Hypnosis standpoint because it's actually already pretty naturally fast in this matchup, so that's cool. Dugtrio's interesting. Can trap things in like Indy Armarouge, right? Can stall out Trick him a little bit, but it's obviously incredibly frail and probably wants to run Focus.
Dugtrio's so funny.
Toadschool is actually also unique here, but if I'm bringing it, I probably want to pair it with the Weezing, and then like this is kind of weak to the Psychic type damage, which I don't love. And so I think Murkrow is probably like the most consistent 6-member here, right? But I do think like the
like a Terra Dark slacking.
Yama, Toadschool, and Dugtrio actually can be brought in this matchup as well. That being said, I really like leaning into what I've mentioned, and then Palmot just feels a little bit too frail in this matchup, especially against a Trick Room setup. Harder to fake out here if Psychic Terrain is set up as well, and so I think it makes sense to drop it for this week. So let's talk about the team that I have landed on for this week. As I mentioned, I think that the Dondozo Tatsu can be good if we counter some of the main counters from the opposing end. And so, first of all, I think the best way to get around Clear Smog is very straightforward. It is just running Steel Terra on Dondozo. And so this allows me to already beat two of the main things I was worried about in the Fungus as well as the Armarouge. Safety Goggles allows me to just
I gotta do 1.25, fam.
Fungus, right? You can't put me to sleep. And if I Steel Terra, you can't Clear Smog me either.
This is what I'm at.
Rage Powder, which is a really big deal. And so I think this
can't understand it otherwise.
Counters to
I can understand it 5 times, man.
This makes the Armarouge fairly useless into us as well. If I Steel Terra,
so good at explaining, don't matter.
Damage, but I'm not too worried about like
Love the Dozo, by the way. Like complete Fungus counter, Safety Goggles for Spore. Don't care about any of that shit. And you got the Steel for the Clear Smog, so sick.
And KO'd immediately by that. And so this is helpful. And then I've also got the Oblivious here, which makes me immune to the Intimidate from Scrafty. I thought about Water Veil. I think you can go either because like there is Will-O-Wisp pressure from his end as well. But I think that Scrafty is just a powerful bring from his end. Whereas if you're Will-O-Wisping, you're bringing Drifloon or the Houndoom, and both of those are like not as big of threats, honestly. And so yeah, like I'm okay going with Oblivious here to make sure I'm covering for Scrafty. The other cool thing here is that Dondozo gets a lot of different attacks, and so I'm running Zen Headbutt here because this gives me a way to potentially take advantage of Psychic Terrain if he sets it up. And then 2, this gives me a way to actually hit Fungus for really good damage as well. This is like super anti-Fungus, right? I think like Fungus can be really, really annoying, and I just want to show that as much respect as possible. Tatsugiri, I'm opting for a Choice Spec set here because I actually think this can do a ton of damage with Water Terra. And the other cool thing here is that I'm running Murkrow mainly because I have Snarl, which is really good into Indy Armarouge. This also gives me Rain Dance, right? So there's a world in which I just go Murkrow, Tatsugiri, Rain Dance, Water Terra, Muddy Water immediately and start dishing out tons of damage, which I think is pretty neat. So this is one potential mix that I can go with here. Murkrow, by the way, in week 1, I ended up...
Aaron, you keep moving, bro. My bad. He's so nice, too. He didn't even say, yo, you're in front of me. That's that, confidence, pass it on, niceness, pass it on. That's because Shady got him that steak.
up dropping Tailwind last second because I was like so worried about this Trick Room option from Uzi's team when he had an obvious Tailwind on his team. Punished me really heavily. There's the Drift Bloom Tailwind option from Shady's end, so I'm learning from my mistakes last week. I'm gonna bring Tailwind here. Just make sure I have it just in case because I don't think Murkrow really needs other attacks here. And we've also got the taunt here. Otherwise, we've got Weezing plus Slacking, and this is actually the main duel that I want to talk about because one thing that I theoried this week in beating Inity Armourouge as a Trick Room setup.
I like the double attacking, neutralizing gas. You can actually Earthquake, Earthworm too. Terra Dark so you don't kill yourself. I like this.
Is just go for Sludge Wave plus Earthquake. I've also got Covert Cloak here on Weezing because I think you could theoretically bring like Scrafty plus Armourouge lead and then Fake Out. So if you go Scrafty plus Armourouge, what I can do is just go for Ghost Terra with Slacking, and I have Covert Cloak, and suddenly Fake Out doesn't work against either Pokemon. You try to Fake Out me, I knock out Armourouge as you're trying to go for Trick Room. Should give me a pretty big advantage. Taunt is obviously going to be a really strong move here, but the main combo is going to be Sludge Wave plus Earthquake because if you go Inity Armourouge, you'll probably want to go for something like a Follow Me into a Trick Room. The awesome thing about this is I can just go for 2 spread moves and get a knockout. There's a slight risk in that, obviously, because Armourouge could go for Wide Guard, but that's a risk that I'm willing to take because are you really going to go lead Inity Armourouge and then Wide Guard Armourouge while Trick Rooming with Inity on turn 1, right? It just doesn't seem like a very logical play unless you were specifically predicting this Sludge Wave Earthquake combination, or maybe just Earthquake from Slacking in general, but like Double Edge is also such a strong offensive option. So I think this is a combo that can steal me a game potentially if we think Inity Armourouge is going to come out. Finally,
can I just mention that I love that this is Aaron showing his team for this battle specifically, right? It's not going to be for any more battle, and he's still showing the open team sheet version. He won't give us his EVs, which I think is very funny.
I'm opting for Golden Go this week.
I'm saving everything for playoffs.
And I'm actually going for a Fairy Terra Golden Go with Metal Coat. Part of the theory behind this is I think Scrafty is a huge threat to Golden Go otherwise, right? And so the Fairy Terra gets around a lot of different things like Drain Punch as well as knockoff, so it's good from a defensive standpoint. And then the theory behind this Golden Go as well is that I can potentially Nasty Plot on the first turn if I bring this out, right? Like, let's say it's Inity Armourouge lead. Murkrow Golden Go is actually interesting because I can Snarl into, like, Nasty Plot, and then I can Rain Dance to reduce the Fire-type damage from the Armourouge as well, right? And so this can actually allow me to stall out a couple turns of Trick Room in the early game while also boosting up and then getting Golden Go to a point where making Rain can just knock things out, right? So there's a lot of different lead combos that I think we can go with. Weezing, Slacking obviously being one, Murkrow Tatsugiri being one, Murkrow Golden Go being another one as well. Dozo can be led immediately to apply some pressure as well. And so, yeah, I think we've got a good amount of spice this week. I'm hoping I can get the Sludge Wave Earthquake combo off at some point. And then it would be interesting to see if Murkrow ends up being brought here. But I think the Dozo here covers for most of the things that I've been worried about.
Liam,
and
come on,
also makes it feel more bringable into this matchup. Okay, so
I think like, I love his prep. I think his prep is so sick, man. Also, this one with specs is so good. We talked about how good Tatsugiri is by itself.
Okay, so Shady brought basically everything I expected other than Houndoom. I thought it'd be Fungus over Houndoom, maybe Hisuian Braviary, but this is fine. I think Weezing, Slacking, Dozo, Tatsu was my game plan, and it works. The Terras here are going to be Steel Terra, Inity, Grass Terra, Armourouge, Grass Drifbloom, Ghost Ursaluna, Dark Houndoom, Flying Scrafty. None of that feels super crazy to me. A lot of those were expected.
Tomorrow we're streaming Compliment, by the way, 10 p.m. Eastern to 12.
I think are the main 3 leads from his end, and Inity,
so later today, whatever.
Scrafty, Armourouge.
Monday.
I have a game plan against all of those.
Make sure you're around.
If you go Scrafty, Armourouge, I can Ghost Terra, the Slacking, and then I have like Double Edge and Taunt. If you go Inity Armourouge, I could either Double Edge into Inity Taunt.
I really like his
Armourouge,
idea of the lead.
What I was planning on going for was Dark Terra, Earthquake, Sludge Wave, which covers for like Focus Sash, Follow Me, plus Trick Room.
Blunder and the community.
And Inity Driftbloom, I think we can just protect plus knockoff.
I did not beat Radical Red.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'm going to go the
This is
other
one
way.
of the main leads we prepared against. Neutralizing Gas activates. Yeah, it is Ability Shield. I mean, that makes sense, though, right? Like,
you got to be in
I figured Ability Shield would either be on, like, Inity or Scrafty in this game if you are going to run it. It means no Sash on Inity.
How do we help you lose? Stop this fool. You can hop on the server, though.
I don't know.
Wait,
like, I think I'm just leaning towards Dark Terra, Sludge Wave, Earthquake turn 1. This covers for most plays that I think are realistic for him to go for on turn 1. I guess he could double protect. I don't know the item on Armourouge, and I want to
I'm gonna watch
all
all the other perspectives tomorrow on my own time.
On Trick Room. And so what I don't want to do is Double Edge, Inity, Taunt Armourouge. Armourouge has Mentor.
I agree, it was really cool.
Earthquake, Sludge Wave. The main thing I don't want to see right now is either Double Protect or Wide Guard Trick Room or Protect. You could protect Armourouge, Trick Room, Inity. I just feel like that's so risky because you should expect Double Edge onto the Inity slot. Okay, no Wide Guard, no Terra. Nice. You get Earthquake off.
There's so much.
Crits Inity. Yeah.
It's a big crit.
Oh!
That's so
Trick
cool.
to give me ability shield.
I love that.
Let him cook.
So
That's really cool.
He has Truant the next turn, which is sick.
Go to Double Edged Inity for a one-shot. We do outspeed Armourouge. Sludge Wave comes out. This is offensive Weezing. Double KO.
Ooh,
double crit on
on
Inity is
Inity.
definitely lucky. It should survive the turn most of the time, right?
Oh, the double crits are crazy. Turn 1 is crazy.
I actually don't think Inity being out on the field would have been that bad for us per se, because then you only get 1 free switch in, whereas now there's 2 free switch ins, but it accelerates the pace of the game pretty substantially. So we're up 4-2. No Terra commit on his end yet. This goes Terra.
I played Shady week 7, the final week.
Coming out. with Grass Terra.
Okay, so Ursaluna.
Okay,
is
so
fine.
Psychic Seed activates, but because of Wheezing on Burden,
Crit definitely matter. Both of the crits
is
matter. And DD would
neutralized,
have lived
right?
both for sure.
Slacking, I assume, can't attack this next turn, so I can taunt, I think, into the Drifloon, and once Drifloon is taunted, Dozo's not really threatened. Dozo should be pretty good in this endgame once we get this taunt off.
You have ability shield. You shouldn't be able to attack this turn, right?
And I can, yeah, I mean, not get any attack off here with Slacking, but it's fine. Will-O-Wisp misses?
Sick, man.
Side Will-O-Wisp.
For the facade.
Yo, that's sick. Okay. So the funny thing is, Guts is not activated right now, but Facade is obviously boosted in damage up, but it's actually sub as well. Okay, unique set. I actually wouldn't have minded a Facade into Wheezing, because if you Facade Wheezing, we just immediately switch Dozo in, pop Tatsugiri in, Wave Crash KO Drifloon. Oh, but Drifloon could still theoretically Terra right now, right? So ideally we like get the Terra out from his end. But if you Grass Terra, then Wheezing can hit you for super effective damage, which is awesome. And I don't think Drifloon is really posing a big offensive threat right now.
Knock is still scary though because you don't have your seed
I
activated
protect here and go for Double Edge into the Ursa. I just am not. I don't know if Ursa's like super defensively bulky and can survive a knockoff if it doesn't Terra with sub up. Because that would be a waste. So I don't mind double edging here, saying, okay, if you Terra, then yeah, I don't get the double edge off, but then you can't Terra Driftloon anymore. Like,
Protect is nice, and then yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Chip is taunted, so it's basically shut down.
okay, it is a Terra.
Terra Ghost,
That means
great
now
call.
Drifloon can no longer Terra, so Dozo should be able to handle it pretty easily in the end game. I also have Speedy Dozo here this week, so that should be helpful.
This is nice too because you keep your sub and you actually get to attack with, like, you don't have guts, but Facade's still 140.
Wheezing protects. This ability shield trick is really cool though. I mean, I'm like wasting turns with Slacking, right? Like so many moves where it hasn't been able to move now, but I'm like just wary of switching in Dozo and getting crit as I switch it in. Because I think this turn I could have switched Dozo Tatsu in. I guess I could have switched the Slacking slot into Dozo and then the Wheezing slot into Tatsu, but there was also no guarantee that there would be a Terra.
Oh, it's still he still has the seed.
I didn't
Okay,
wanna
cool,
play that
cool. You're right
guessing
then. My bad.
when Dozo was on the field, so the fact
speed
we got
boost is what I was
Terra
thinking.
great,
Thank you.
even if we didn't break sub this turn. Okay. So now
Hey, okay,
there
so Slacking can't
are
attack.
2 turns of Tailwind left, so I have 1 more turn of Tailwind the subsequent turn. Slacking has to waste its turn this turn, but that's fine. I think what we can do, we can either switch in the Dozo Tatsu right now, or I can just go Strange Steam into Driftbloom and then KO you with the knockoff afterwards. Or KO you with an attack from
Thank you,
the
Falcon.
Dozo.
Oh, Falcon. I don't know why I
Either
said
of those
Falcon.
work. I
Thank
don't
you,
think
Falcon.
Ursaluna is honestly that big of a threat. Facade is scary into Dozo, but Dozo can take definitely
This
one.
taunted Drifloon is so shut down,
Even
man.
crit Facade, I'm not sure KOs me, honestly. So we'll loaf around.
Hey.
Shadow Ball comes out. I'm just trying to mitigate any chances of critical hits onto a Dundozo switching, because I think that's my primary win condition right now. So we'll Strange Steam.
Does
Good
a good
damage on
jump,
Drift.
I'm not gonna lie.
Very good damage.
Facade kills?
And Facade comes out.
Yep. Okay. So you should get, Burden should be activated now, right? Is that how that works now?
Abilities are back on.
'Cause
Not
his item
super
is-
relevant
is-
other than for Guts.
Yeah.
And Burden should not be active.
Really?
We suppressed it the turn, let the seed activated, which is
That's really cool.
interaction. So I think we just.
Now
go
that,
Dozo
dude,
here,
that's
right?
actually
Is there
big
any
then because
reason to
like
go
Dozo just
Tatsugiri?
kills that mon.
I don't think so. Like, yeah, with specs as well. Doesn't make sense. Last turn of taunt. So I think here you probably feel the pressure onto the Dozo slot, right? So I think we can just go for a. I mean, Slacking just loafed off last round the turn, so just protect with Undozo and then knock off into Driftbloom. Like I didn't think knockoff would KO Driftbloom at full HP, but now that we've gotten the chip damage, I think it should still KO even without an item on Driftbloom.
Facade's really strong too anyway.
What's the alternative? Switch in Tatsu and just attack here. My wave crash, but then I could get crit, which is a little scary. So I think protect knockoff feels okay here. Yeah. Dozo protects.
It's alright. You just need teams and just play.
What?
Ooh, because it got turned
Does
off.
ability shield mean that when Wheezing faints, then because of that, like, oh wow,
The
What?
turn happened after. That's so cool.
Okay. I did not expect that. I've never seen that interaction before, and it's not something you would really test either, right? Like, it'd only come up in a scenario like this. So I just assumed we'd be good because I've never seen Trent activate twice in a row. Okay. Huh. Well, I am still fast Dozo, and Driftbloom's on Burden never activated, so I think what I can do now is just switch Slacking out into Tatsu. It's just annoying because this whole time I was trying to play around a critical hit, but now it's like if you crit, it's still the same scenario, and I could have just switched Wheezing out into Dozo Tatsu like 3 turns earlier. Wow, I did not know that interaction. I'm curious if any of you guys did, because it's just not intuitive to me. There's so many funky things with...
At this point, too,
Wheezing
solo
abilities.
Tatsu will win too, even if Dozo dies.
That's a first. That's literally a first. Okay, well, you live and you learn. It's good to know now rather than later. I think here we just wave crash then into the Drifblim and then switch the slacking out into Tatsugiri. Because I don't think I can risk, like...
That bro is so used to clicking at 1 second.
He
He saw
with both, but
he had
then,
no
that doesn't feel
scaredness of
worth
that.
Because, like, what if Facade just, like, demolishes Dundozo, right?
Like,
So
he
I don't
was
have much
not
hope on
scared
it.
at all.
But the idea behind this speed investment, I think hopefully should be helpful here, especially with Unburden not activating. Oh, Ursa protects. Okay, that makes things even easier for us. Nice. That makes sense, though. Like, hope that I target the Ursa slot and then, like, maybe Tailwind up with Driftbloom. But I figured Driftbloom should never carry Protect and it can't Terra, so Wave Crash should just KO it. Nice. That should win us the game now, I think. Because there's no way Facade is KOing us. I can just order up into the Ursaluna, break Substitute. Yeah.
Facade needs to crit,
And then Wave Crash.
but then it's the same thing.
I think basically the only debate is
If Facade needs to crit, or like
Ursaluna could ever actually even
Facade
maybe
crits,
order up.
you dodge Tatsu. You protect on the slacking turn. You dodge Tatsu. You kill it. You protect on the slacking turn. You literally need so much to go your way. It's not a guaranteed loss yet. Facade crits Dozo, and again, you
That's
protect
like
next
the
turn
only
when slacking
concern,
comes
right?
out.
But I don't know. You would probably
Then
need
you
to do
dodge
something like
Tatsu, and then
max
you kill
HP, max
Tatsu,
defense
and then
to
you
do
protect
that.
them next turn when
Like,
slacking
that seems
attacks.
really
And you,
bizarre. It is
Okay,
funny
I'll
though,
take
because
out.
that's like part of the reason why
Or
I went for,
Facade.
the double edge earlier.
so
over
it's not
knockoff,
over
but
yet.
We're gonna go for order up. Okay, yeah, breaks us up. Cool. Even if we get crit here, it's fine because I've seen
anything can happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's a lot of RNG, but it's Pokemon at the end of the
182
day.
down to 88, so just over 100.
I've seen BS like that, man.
So another one will KO us, but that's fine because now I just wave crash into Ursaluna. Cool. Okay, yeah, I feel like the mid game could have been a little bit cleaner on my end. I was just like, I don't want to risk switching in Dozo and Tatsu because I don't think I need to, but then the double non-attack from slacking.
Dozo still went crazy,
off,
man.
and I'm sure it's this like weird interaction.
Good try by Shady.
Ability
for sure.
shield was canceling out the Weezing's ability. It just not intuitive for it to not attack 2 times in a row. That's kind of nuts. Like, you learn something new every day, but we go up 1-0 in the set. So, game 2, I don't know if I really need to deviate my game plan. Like, I feel like Weezing slacking actually covers for pretty much everything he's got. If he goes into the Armor Rouge again, now that I know you have Trick, I can just double edge taunt. It'd still run into the risk, I guess, of it being the Mental Orb on Armor Rouge, but yeah. What other adjustments could he bring? I'm not that scared of Scrafty. Ursa lead I don't think is super threatening either. I guess Indeedee Ursa lead could be interesting. Well, what do I do against that, though? Like, just maybe protect Weezing double edge turn 1 into the Indeedee slot? Yeah. Houndoom, I guess, is like the wild card. I didn't EV slacking speed to outspeed max speed Houndoom this week.
Oh, he just went adamant.
I could go Murkrow, but like just as a mix-up option, but I feel like Weezing slacking is so structurally sound here that like, do I really need to adapt?
I mean, it was a lot. It was very
I'm sure I do.
expensive,
Yeah, I think
basically.
I'm
We
okay
couldn't.
just going
Nobody was gonna pick up solo. He picked up Dozo really early. Nobody's gonna pick up
debating
solo
about this Murkrow.
Tatsu, even though it's
not
good.
bad, right?
In draft.
I could grow Murkrow Golden Goal lead or Murkrow Tatsugiri lead, both which I had DR'd as other options into Indeedee Armor Rouge. Like I have 3.
I think
options
Tatsu's
into it,
so good here, just clicking
but,
wide guard and
nah,
water
I think I'll
moves.
just go with the safe one. I just want to I want to force him to adapt, right? Like I don't think I need to change things because I think what we have here is like structurally sound enough.
Very fair.
I think sometimes in best of 3s you feel like pressure to adapt, but like if your tools are so good, you know, you need to see the response, right? It's gonna be Houndoom, okay. That is cool. Houndoom was not a Pokemon that I honestly put a lot of stock in coming into this week, so maybe it is faster and has Will-O-Wisp. It's not very scary from an offensive standpoint, though. I could theoretically, like, protect slacking, taunt 1 slot, but then I'm worried that, like, Weezing gets doubled up into and I just eat up too much damage. Houndoom isn't exactly the most offensive Pokemon, but... yeah, like...
I like Mega Houndoom, though.
feel
Shout out
like I
Trippy.
can just go... taunt Drifblim, render it useless, kind of like the previous games, and then just double edge into Houndoom. Don't
You
want
did, TLS. That was the first game. This is the last game.
So I don't see too much downside of this. The main debate is whether or not I should... okay, yeah, they are Will-O-Wisp. And they are
Nice
faster.
Wisp.
Cool tech. Yeah, the thing here is I could have run Jolly max speed slacking to guarantee outspeeding Houndoom, and so... but I felt like the extra damage from Adamant was actually pretty necessary.
Oh my god, it's
to deal with,
so
like, the
strong, dude.
Because then Earthquake Sludge Wave would not KO. And it is Strength Slap confirmed. Okay, so we've seen Strength Slap from Drifblim. Now we've seen the side Will.
Hey, Melina, how are you? We're on the last game
Taunt into you.
of the night.
Okay, cool.
I hope you're doing all right.
I mean, this is fine. Not preferred, but it is okay. What do we think there's in the back? Ursaluna +1.
She had the Shadow
I could
Ball with
protect
Driftwood,
Sludge
right?
Wave
Or
right
switch.
now.
I'm doing
I
well.
don't
Thank
wanna
you very much
switch
for
in,
asking.
I think. I could also just Strange Steam in case Sludge Wave doesn't KO, so I think that's probably safer and just knock off.
Yeah, Drifloon being taunt shut down is like really rough because obviously, I mean, Shady has a bunch of support
Drifloon
moves,
is
right?
taunted, so can't really do much other than Shadow Ball. Houndoom actually pivots, okay. That makes sense.
If he wasn't Scarf here, he probably could have overheat killed Slacking.
You get knockoff into Drifloom.
Zero.
Be a lot after the burn. No more
No one burden.
Shadow Ball here.
Big chip.
Trench Team comes out. Okay, decent damage across the board. By the way, that knockoff did a little bit less of Drifloom than I expected, even with the burn, because they had an item. So I actually think earlier in the game in game 1 when I went protect knockoff, I mean Drifloom was slightly lower, right?
He also shrimp sapped you, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, not relevant in this game currently. Got Dozo Tatsu in the back.
Yeah, you
Drifloom
can
is
definitely knock
still
leftovers. You could probably just
taunted.
give this up.
I think Dark Terror here, like this Ursa Luna is not that scary, right? I could just double switch into Dozo Tatsu immediately, but then I risk Drifloom like switching out, coming back in.
Because you know it's facade, but it doesn't have flame or
Like, I
bright,
like
and
the
it
idea
can't be
of going
wisp.
for the Dark Terror right now, which means that Ursa Luna can't go for Headlong Rush to just one-shot Wheezing and then taunting and then switching into Dozo here.
That's a good
This
play.
is a little bit risky.
No, I think it's a good play
theoretically,
because,
in
like,
the sense that you could go for a.
Worst case, you take a little
Headlong
bit of
rush
damage
and
on
a
this guy, but then
Shadow
you
Ball
can
into
still
the
outspeed
slacking
next
slot.
turn.
But in my head, it's like, would you really want
Another
to Headlong
Terra?
Rush the slacking when you
Oh,
have
I was
Wheezing?
Wheezing.
in
I thought it was
front,
from
right? There's also
the other
the
side.
possibility.
I feel like you didn't
substitute
need a
or
Terra on
protect.
the other side right now. So
This turn is a little bit risky on my end for sure, but it's a risk.
makes sense. I mean, Aaron said he was.
Okay, and Ursa
Yeah.
just protects. That's fine. I feel like Dark Terror
sorry,
on
Reaper.
Wheezing here is just good defensively, so I'm fine going for it. It's going to be Shadow Ball into the Wheezing slot. This also, yeah, just makes us take less damage from this, right? So that's good.
This taunt lasts forever too, man.
This is still a little bit tricky, though, I think. But the thing is, Drifloom's Unburden can't activate now, and it's still taunted, so I think we can just go Tatsu and KO Drifloom right now. Right? Like, what is Ursa Luna doing if it doesn't have Guts activated?
Flame Orb makes
the
sense.
only real move you can click into me is just Headlong Rush, and, like, that's fine. I don't take that much with Tatsu.
Damn, you two messing up tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think because we got rid of Psychic Seed, Drifloom just isn't as much of a problem. So even in a
Yeah,
world in
'cause,
which Drifloom
probably.
switches out and then comes back in, you don't have like the clear Dozo answer anywhere at this point, right? So I think it's fine to just switch in
Shoulder
Tatsu, go for the knockout right now. I could also Wave Crash Ursa Luna. I'm expecting Ursa to maybe Terra here or switch out.
All right, Tatsu
And I
comes
want to start
in.
getting knockouts on the board.
Get your abilities activated. It sucks that Unburden doesn't come out though.
Tatsu in.
That'd be sick because then you could do some fast wisp.
By the way,
stuff.
like the fact Double Edge almost one-shot Houndoom even with the burn is crazy. Like that's why I wasn't too worried about Houndoom in this matchup, but maybe I should, like if I had not gotten burnt on turn 1, I felt like I would have just been up huge. Also, I did forget about the Strength Slap onto Slacking dropping my attack.
Exactly.
Right?
I was
So
like,
we would have been fine with that knockoff play had it actually worked in game 1.
there's a Terra.
It
Makes
is
sense.
Terra. It could be Grass Terra. Okay. Grass Terra on Drifloom actually would have been pretty scary here. But I think it makes sense because it's like if you don't Terra your Ursa Luna, the Ursa is just completely cooked into Dozo. And even if you Grass Terra, like Drifloom's still taunted here anyway for a turn, right? But now we just want
Yeah, if Taunt wore off that turn, it could be a
so it's
different
low,
story.
very
right
low
here.
HP Houndoom, goes Terra Ursa Luna with no Guts active, so your moveset is Sub, Headlong Rush, Facade, Protect. 182 down to 124. Yeah,
It's
that's
nothing,
not
man.
doing a ton. Okay, nice. So I can take one more for sure, which is great. Flying Terradoza would have been really mean into this Ursa. Armourouge is in. Trick Room is the way I lose right now, right? So I think we
So
want
no
to just
Ndidi.
deny the Trick Room and attack into Armourouge with Wave Crash. Because another Headlong Rush isn't KOing my Dondo.
Is it Sash Rouge?
And you can't Terra anymore. And Ursa protects, great. I mean, that makes sense though, right? Because you're hoping Protect into Trick Room. So, this KOs, we should just win the game on the spot.
There's Sash.
It's sashed. Okay.
Okay, so you get the KO on Dozo this
That
turn.
actually completely swings this game. Like, we went from I see the game 1 immediately to I could see myself losing this game now. Sash Armourouge, okay. I mean, it makes sense. I thought Sash, Power Herb, and
What are you talking about, TLS?
the Mental Orb were all viable items on it. So this next turn is interesting because it's the first turn of Trick Room after setting it up. And I think the obvious play for me is to protect, but I think I'm actually just going to attack right now with Order Up because I think Ursaluna is going to want to substitute as Armourouge attacks down Dozo. And if I protect this turn and give them a free sub, then the next turn you just easily knock out Dozo with a double up. And you get a sub up for free. So I'm actually going to make an aggressive
yeah, I've been
prediction here, and
exercising.
I'm just gonna attack with Dozo. Because I think the protect is so obvious. And I think the substitute is also so safe. Nice. Okay, cool. Because it could have been Headlong Rush, KO.
Great call by
and
Aaron,
then
man.
You just target the Tatsugiri as it gets popped out, but now instead it's Expanding Force. And we survive.
And he does survive.
Okay,
Well,
nice.
great call, man.
Basically, if I had protected
Now you get
there,
an extra turn of Trick
you
Room
get the free
gone.
sub
That was
with
so
Ursaluna,
nice.
And then the next turn, you get to just Headlong Rush and Expanding Force, and I take so much damage, right? It's actually crazy. Yeah, the Trick Room completely swung the game, so I like went from I don't think I need to take risks to I'm gonna just go for this play immediately. So Houndoom is in now, but it's obviously super low.
That's wild though. Like
has also...
if he didn't sub that turn, I think Shady actually could have won this game. I heard that Bananas knows it's not your head. Oh, that's fair. It could just be like the shirt I'm wearing too. Yeah, whatever. I guess it's whatever. I've been exercising. Been trying.
So Headlong Rush, it's like dropping its special defense, right? It's at -1 right now. I can protect this turn for sure. I don't think there's any reason not to. And then I might as well just go for a double protect on the third turn. But we're looking to stall out Trick Room right now, which is the key thing. Yep. Facade, which is definitely the more optimal play there. You don't want to further drop your defenses this turn if you don't have to. Dark Pulse, which I think Tatsu should survive as it gets ejected out. 2 turns of Trick Room left. So might as well just go for a double right now, right? The worst case is I get, or the best case is I get it. The worst case is you KO Dozo, but then Dark Pulse I don't think should one-shot Tatsu, so it's fine. And we're at this endgame now where...
Okay, Liam.
Okay, Dozo tries to protect, doesn't get it. It's fine. Yeah, Facade out.
Okay, so Doom gets a little bit of damage on Dozo now. That's crazy. Like, that call was so fire by Aaron. And, like, legit Shady could have came back here.
This KOs me. KO would be really bad. Okay, that did nothing.
Don't laugh at Houndoom. It's doing its best.
So now I can bring out Slacking, I think.
It's my go.
I could also go into Wheezing. If I go into Wheezing... Like, I think we go Slacking first because it gets an attack off guaranteed this next turn, right? And what that means is I have both Tatsu and Slacking, both which can have spread moves, right?
This Houndoom Megas is
even
crazy.
Though Slacking is burnt, Earthquake should knock out Houndoom, and I think it still breaks.
This Houndoom Megas is crazy, bro.
Defense and would get to potentially -2 because you might Headlong Rush into Tatsugiri. So I think the game plan is to bring out Slacking right now. I don't love bringing out Wheezing because I think if Wheezing faints before Slacking hits the field, Slacking is just neutralized in this endgame, and that's really bad. There's still 1 turn of Trick Room left. I think the play I lean towards here is just Muddy Water, and the thing is I have Surf, but I don't know. I don't want to like damage myself, like have them protect and then KO myself, right? And I think I can Earthquake here with the burn. Tatsugiri I think actually survives. I could knock off. I don't think there's any reason to switch here.
Well, you definitely kill Tatsu here, for sure.
Ursa can only knock out 1 slot right now, right? So I think I'm okay going for Muddy Water here and then Earthquake. I want to force this to be a 2v1 in the endgame. Okay, and there's no protects. Nice. We might even survive this Headlong Rush. Nah, it was a crit, but I think still a favorable KO. If we hit the Muddy Water now, we should win.
If you miss now, it's actually really big, too.
But yeah, it begs the question of whether or not I could have surfed instead. Houndoom didn't protect, which was key. Okay, nice. Cool.
So like if that missed on Doom,
the Earthquake there was
you might have actually just won because if it's Scarf like Chad's saying,
Earthquake still KOs Houndoom and breaks the sub on Ursa Luna, and then I get Wheezing out, Wheezing Slacking, Strange Steam plus knockoff. Now it's -2 Ursa Luna, so even Strange Steam, like Muddy Water, if it connects should KO, even if it misses, I've still got Wheezing with Strange Steam.
Did you find the Wheezing?
And Strange Steam should be a 2-hit knockout at worst. So the win condition for him would be me missing Strange Steam. I mean, I could miss both attacks actually theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be me missing
Muddy Water and Strange Steam.
Muddy Water, okay.
Muddy Water does connect. It's Specs, you're -2, that's dead.
Oof.
Great game. Honestly, Shady
that
almost
was scary. I went
too.
from feeling like I had such good control, but then everything swayed when it was focused at Trick Room, and that's why I was
him making that play actually really, like, remember he's up 1, so he can actually afford to do that. That was a great play. Because, like, Shady might have actually just won that game.
This week. Like, that was my primary concern. So I'm glad we were able to fight through it, but it was definitely stressful. Not the easiest way out of it. But I think generally the prep paid off, so I'm really happy with it. So reflecting on that set, I think very happy to come out with a 2-0 win after losing the first week. But I think there were a lot of challenges. You know, first of all, I'm happy that the Wheezing Slacking duel that I theoried with the Sludge Wave Earthquake combination worked out. Obviously, it could have been really scary if Armor Rouge had wide guard and clicked wide guard on turn 1, but part of this was the team building gamble thinking, would you really wide guard in front
We did
of
watch everyone,
on turn 1, right? And so, yeah, it played
the gamble played off real well.
I want to escape 1 on turn 1, quite frankly.
Honestly, this game 2 was really, really good. It looked very dominant early on, but it got so good. And like legit Shady was like a turn away from winning, and then Aaron made a really nice call.
I think The other thing
Very
was
good draft.
game 1 was actually still a little bit scary even after that huge lead, partially because of the slacking, not attacking 2 turns in a row. Like that interaction threw me off and I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know if that was specifically because of the ability shield doing some funky things, but yeah, I think that threw me off for a loop. But in the end, like part of what I had thought about in this matchup is like Dozo should be really good if we can stop some of the main problems, right? And like Ursaluna is not a huge threat actually to Dozo, and Drifblim was taunted, and so once we were able to just knock out Drifblim, that was a big deal, right? And so it was good to shut down the Drifblim so that Dozo could just kind of like clean up in the end game. Game 2 was actually quite scary because I thought I had it won after I targeted Armarouge, but then the Trick Room ended up going up and it was Focus Sash. But yeah, I think the decision to not protect initially and predict the substitute and burn a turn of Trick Room there was pretty big, and then it gave me a turn to protect the subsequent turn, which was nice. So we were actually able to get to a position where Tatsugiri then could close out the end game. Maybe it would have been a little bit more optimal to click Surf. I was just a little bit nervous about like potentially damaging all my own Pokemon.
I just want to let everybody know I am listening to Aaron, by the way. I'm messing around my camera, but I am listening to Aaron. What the hell just happened to me? Damn it, my camera. Hold up, Aaron. We're good.
And I was also thinking, well, Ursaluna's dropping its special defense so much, like the offensive Weezing actually can maybe handle it as well, right? And so overall, I think like the Weezing slacking worked out super well. Dozo ended up being still quite solid for us, right? Especially in closing out the game. I didn't bring Murkrow or Golden Go, but I actually thought they could put in a lot of work in this one as well, right? Especially given that his adjustment was like Drifblim plus Houndoom. Like if we went to a game 3, Murkrow Golden Go would have been cool from like a turn 1 Rain Dance, Fairy Terra, Nasty Plot perspective, and then just like Tailwind plus Make It Rain across the board, for example. That was an adjustment I had thought about if we had lost game 2 to the Drifblim Houndoom combo.
But I mean,
and then I think the last thing is that like Houndoom was faster than the slacking here. I could have run Jolly max speed slacking to ensure we outspeed Houndoom. I just really didn't think I needed the speed in this matchup, and so the Houndoom in particular kind of just caught me off guard. Like I wasn't expecting it to come out in this matchup, and I thought the main Dozo counters would be like the Drifblim, the Armarouge, Scrafty, Fungus, and so this was a creative option. And it makes sense because it actually does put on some pressure into like Golden Go as well. So maybe need to show a little bit more respect to that. We could have had Water Veil on the Dozo instead, especially since Scrafty didn't come out. But once again, I don't regret planning for Scrafty because I think this actually is a really annoying Pokemon otherwise, and could give Dozo even more trouble. And in the end, it's like Shady had to bring Houndoom, which just structurally is not like as scary of a Pokemon in my opinion as Scrafty, for example. But yeah, I'd say the prep paid off this week. Shady brought some really cool techs, especially the Focus Sash on the Armarouge. The Ursaluna set was really unique as well. But overall, I think we executed our team well. I'm happy about it. And so
well played,
we
man.
are now 1-1 as we go into week 3. So thanks so much as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you soon. All right.
Great game on both sides. Fantastic week, honestly, of games. Like this game was a 2-0, but it was actually a lot closer than what it looked like. So, what is this? Anyway, have a great night. BUBL. I do not have time to watch the BUBL final. It's 4 a.m. I got 2 meetings today morning. So we're going to call it that. Have a fantastic night. I will be live tomorrow from 10 to 12 with Blunder. We're going to be playing some Cobblemon. Hop on the server, !server. And I will see you guys later. Appreciate everybody coming through. Much love, guys.